What's happening, YouTube? What's happening, everybody all over, man? Thank you for coming out here and checking us out, man, for episode 32. Man, I cannot believe that we've done 32 weeks of this. I didn't know it was going to last this long, ladies and gentlemen, but we're here and we're deep tonight. We're deeper than we've been in a long time. So we're going to get this rolling, because if not, I promise you these ladies is going to cut me to the white meat. It's going to be to the bone. So anyway, man, without no further ado, man, we'll go ahead and do it. And we're doing it live. Yes, sir. We are doing it live. And we have some special guests. And again, we brought our boy 100 from the IMG Click Intro Media Gaming. What's up with you, bro?
What's up with y'all, man? You know, I'm on time this time, so you don't want to hear nobody cussing me out, calling me all type of things. But the child of God, see, I did my schedule right, so you know, I need some love. So your brother some love.
Fuck you.
Oh my God! So now you know that we are starting later than normal, and you know, because we had to put in consideration about what you did last week, but we appreciate you being here on time. And for our other special guest, man, I've been wanting to work with this dude. Me and him interacted on the next podcast on Xbox448's channel, and man, good dude, got good content. What's up with you, Saltiest Gaming?
Yo, what is up, my fellow gamers? Just keeping it salty. Got my coffee ready to go. Ready to talk about some good topics here tonight. I'm hyped. Let's get it.
Yes, let's go. Let's do it. And then, man, we got the usual suspects, but man, we haven't seen our boy in a long time. I know that our one of our matriarchs, Lady HD, is very happy and pleased to hear.
Yes, I am. That's right.
Oh man, come on now. Come on. Anyway, to have our boy, man, our GRG boy, Fonzarelli. What's up with you, boss?
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a long time. I'm glad to be back on the show and talk about these topics, man. You got some good topics going on today.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And then we go on to that mud duck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up with you all day, Digital?
He easy, man.
What up, man? Just ready to get it in. You know, the villain is back. You know what I'm saying? Every week, you will catch more chaos coming out my mouth, bro. And who's gonna be in the hot seat this week?
Fake Minnesota. Don't do that shit.
Hey, come on, let me introduce you. Fix your mic first before you tell somebody.
Hey, mute him real quick. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mute you, man. Fix your mic. All right, and so then we move on to the most dangerous lady in gaming right now, man. I mean, she makes me so nervous, man. She keeps me in line. Her and HD together, it is a trio. I mean, a duo that I cannot mess with. Lady Infamous, what's up with you, girl?
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415, Grown Women Gaming, IntermediateGamer.com, and we're gonna teach Mega the difference between 2s and 3s. But we're gonna talk about these games.
No respect. Get no respect. The host gets no respect. But anyway, man, hey. Our boy Triple Cup Chuck is back. He got his braid extensions. I think he got blue and then he got purple on one end. What's up with you, Triple Cup,
man? Nola.
Yeah, all that good shit.
All right.
Man, hey, the Louisiana animal back in this thing. You heard me?
Nice.
It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. Let's get it.
Let's get it. And then last but not least, man, this dude really needs no introduction. This is our Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is everybody's Persona favorite. Anybody that loves Persona, you got to love LiveWire. What's up with you, Live? What's happening?
Not much. Chilling.
All right.
Now, I mean, we just ready to get this popping. Also known as Flipper, the Dolphin King, and play my theme squeak.
Oh, you'll get it. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? You be anticipating it, and that's when me and Fonz are really gonna fire your ass up here somewhere down the line. You'll say something wild, and we'll go ahead and hit you with it. Anyway, so man, let's get on to the very first topics. Well, the very first topic of the night, and that is something that Digital Foundry said in a video last week, and it was pretty interesting. And so I was kind of like, man, this would be a great topic to discuss with the panel. And it was about the price of consoles. They said that basically people got to start getting used to these consoles becoming higher. You know, a lot of people have been complaining about how much the Xbox One X is, but when they talk about maybe PlayStation 5, or just think about what the Nintendo Switch is, it's pretty pricey for a device that's not even powerful than these consoles right now. So if they come with another Nintendo system, which I'm sure that they will somewhere down the line, it's going to be more expensive. So I'm going to go to our guest, Saltiest Gaming. What do you think about this? Is this, you know what I'm saying, is this trend going to be popular? Are people just going to wait? Or is it basically like, you know what I'm saying, this is just the law of the land. This is what, if people want more powerful gaming, this is what we got to expect, right?
Yeah, I did a video on this because you guys know that the iPhone X just came out, and we know what that price is. It's about $1,000. So people are like lining up to buy this piece of technology. I think that, you know, it's just a trend. If you want more power, you're going to pay for it, you know? So if people see value in a product, they're willing to put out money for that product. So I think it's definitely something that is going to happen. You know, we got the trendsetters like the Switch that's out there for less money, and it's not as powerful. But like the big dogs, I think that you're going to see this, you know, especially with the Xbox brand, because it's been mentioned that they're going to be doing these iterations, and that's their model. They want to go the phone route. They want to go these, you know, every couple of years, you know, give the people more options and more power, and with that you're going to see these prices. So I think it's here to stay, honestly. What do you guys think?
I think so too. I think so too. What about you, Lady Infamous? What do you think about this? Is this going to be the new trend, or is this just basically Digital Foundry just giving us hot air?
You gotta look, as technology gets more advanced, it's going to be more expensive. Right now, Black Friday, like everybody knows to get the best, you know, electronic items on Black Friday, but you know, usually to get it around that time. But yes, if you want a better product and a better performing product, don't really matter what it is, you're gonna have to pay more for that. And as I get older and, you know, in the gaming world, I'm like, first these games costed $40, then these games costed $50, then these consoles just costed $200, and now they cost like $500. So I'm not expecting later down the road that it's going to be more expensive, but if you can keep up with the Joneses, I can't knock you for that. But for a person like me, really consider my purchase and make sure that it has staying power. You feel me? Because I can't have like my TV crap out every year, or I can't have my console crap out every year. I take care of my shit. But yeah, it's going to get more expensive as time goes on, you know.
Yeah, okay. All right. What about you, Delilah? Where are you at on this?
Well, I feel a little bit different about it because I remember back when the PlayStation, I think it was the 3 that came, it was announced that it was announced pretty, you know, highly priced, but then it was reduced in the next iteration of the console. So, like for instance, it was $499, but then the PlayStation 4 came out at $399. So I think these things go in cycles. So I think, why are they going to be hyping? Oh, you're going to get used to a higher price. I don't think it's really going to be like that. I think it's always going to be kind of a reasonable kind of consumer market. Otherwise, they won't sell at all. So,
okay, all right. What about you, 100? Where are you at on this?
Man, it's called inflation. You got to think about it. I remember when the bag of chips was 50 cents. Now, where I live at in LA, they down there $2, $1.69. It's called inflation. You know what I'm saying? Cell phones, inflation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay for what you want. Thing about it is, we make I'll put it this way: we get paid more money than we got paid more back in the day. So if you really want something, it's called you save up for it, stuff like that. I know people that live in the ghetto that got $6,000 TVs. They saved up.
You say inflation, but think about the price of like 4K TVs. They've gone down. So like.
Yeah, but no, they're going down. The TV's going down, but the console's going to go up. But thinking about it is, if people want, if these consoles want to try to keep up with the PC or be on a level base, and they want to kind of stay on it. Like Microsoft did something kind of smart. They built their own little chip with it, with AMD, where we don't know if PlayStation is able to do that. We don't know if Nintendo didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And you see how, you know, Nintendo is winning because it's a hybrid. That's how people is taking it. But at the end of the day, is you're going to pay for what you want. $500 ain't nothing, really. to tell you the truth, where I see people spend on cars, you know what I'm saying, and car notes and all that other stuff. You mean car notes? You got to understand. We talking about one-time purchase. I know people that paid $700 car notes and pulling into a 2-bedroom apartment. Don't make no sense. But if you want it, you can get it. You can get it. You know what I'm saying? We talking about $500 one time. To me, that's reasonable. And then what you getting bang for your buck? You're really getting the bang for your buck. So it is not anything about it. At the end of the day, you have a choice. You don't have to get it. You don't have to. You don't have to get it. You can still play the same games. You don't have to get it. You know, your game just may look better than somebody else's.
Okay. All right. What about you, Fontarelli? Where you at on this?
Yeah, I feel Delilah and 100 have a lot of facts going out there. You know, statistically speaking, if you look back, yes, consoles have always costed a lot of money. Even in the 80s, they were very expensive for the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that, but I believe what Delilah is saying. It is kind of cyclical, because if you look at how the tech industry goes, there's always something new that comes around the corner. And then there's that plateau where like even PCs sort of plateau for a while, and they don't really show anything new for a few years. And I think so we might get what's considered a high price console, say $500-600. But then as that tech just kind of plateaus and we don't really innovate really, you know, big, like we're going to get the Ryzen chips and stuff like that. And these
Ryzen chip. Go ahead.
But I think after it plateaus, you're going to see steadier prices. It may come down a little bit. And then once that big new tech hits, then of course you're going to pay for that tech. I mean, it's just the way it goes. It's new tech. You're going to pay for it.
Okay. All right, cool. What about you, Triple Cup Chuck? Where are you at on this?
Pretty much like everybody make a good point from what I was hearing. I mean, it's pretty like no right or wrong answer. But for Digital Foundry, who they like Nostradamus or somebody? Because the stuff they trying to predict. I mean, both of them are probably, you know, is inflation. You know what I'm saying? So everything gonna be more expensive. But like when technology, when it be out, it's all about the new thing. So the old thing, the price goes down. So it's kind of like a toss up. So I mean, either way, it shouldn't make a big difference or impact on gamers, because if this is what you like to do and this is what you would like and want to do, this is what you're going to do. So if you want to get into a gym membership, regardless of the price, you might trip about it. But if you want to be in a gym and a gym membership, you're going to end up paying it because that's what you want to do. So we gamers, so by us being gamers, when it comes to games and the electronics that comes with games, if this is what we want, even if it's a high price, we're going to either get it then, or we're going to sit back and want it and wait till it come down to a price where we better get it. I mean, that's pretty much how it always going to work on past, present, and in the future.
All right, cool. All right, what about you, LiveWire? Where do you stand on this?
To me, I think that at this point, 500 would probably be the target for the type of hardware they're trying to bring out. And the reason why I say that is because I think from now on, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation, I think everything's going to kind of be backwards compatible. So they're not going to really worry about bringing out a console and feel that it's too expensive for people, because they could always get the older model in order to play the games that are currently coming out. You know, so that eliminates that issue, and at the same time, you're still providing a service of more power or more, you know, performance for people that want it. So I think 500 is a sweet spot. I don't think they'll go too much higher than that, because then you're starting to touch into the PC realm, and I don't think that's their agenda, is to get people really, you know, trying to keep people who want to play on consoles in the console space. And anybody who wants more than that, they're more than welcome to go the PC route. So I think 500 it makes a lot of sense, and I think that whatever they design will be designed around that. So, like, say that's why I don't think PS5 will come out being pushed to come out early, because if PS5 comes out next year, it's not going to be much better than what the X is now, because the parts are too expensive to even allow that, you know. So they're going to have to wait until the parts that they need are cheaper in order to, you know, get the performance that they want in the box. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. But the target, I feel, is going to be 500.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Everybody, I agree with everybody on the panel so far. All day, where are you at on this? Do you agree with what Digital Foundry is saying, or you think that these Nostradamuses are liars?
I mean, I don't know, man. I kind of agree with LiveWire, man. I think 500 would be kind of the base price going out. But I mean, if these consoles keep chasing PC type, offerings and fidelities, then we could see a rise maybe later. You know what I mean? Like we might see 2 SKUs in every generation for every console. You know what I mean? If they keep on trying to chase, the PC. But I don't know, man. I mean, consoles wasn't that cheap, in the 90s either. So you know what I mean? Like, I mean, when the Nintendo 64 came out, what was it, $199? You know what I mean? At that time, that was what, 20 years ago. So it was still pricey. I mean, consoles, you're gonna get what you pay for, man. You're paying for accessibility, and you're gonna pay for it, man. You know what I mean? So I do see PC appealing to a lot more people nowadays, but it's all. I mean, I don't know, man. Chasing 4K, then after 4K, 8K, and
I'm not chasing it. I'm not chasing it. I'm gonna get something that's good for me and within my price range, because I'm not trying to go broke trying to keep up with the next person. No,
I am. Right. You know what I mean? I just gotta have the best. Yeah. You know what I mean? We all different. You know what I mean? Everybody games the way they game, but we got a lot of tech people out there that want to chase that fidelity. You know what I mean? So if it's not for you, they're gonna have a console for you. You know what I mean? And it will be cheaper. You know what I mean?
To me, the PC gaming is like somebody who talks about how they make their own bread and shit. They be like, I got a bread maker. Yeah, it costs this much money, but I get to make all the bread I want, and it's the best tasting bread ever. Yeah, that's great for those that want to do that shit. But if you don't feel like making no motherfucking bread, that take like 2 to 3 hours. Well, shit, more than that. I mean, what was it, like 4 or 5 hours to make?
Did you guys hear the interview by Digital Foundry where they talked about the business models going forward between PlayStation and Xbox? How Xbox wants to follow the phone model with the upgrades since they have the backwards compatibility. And then the PlayStation has more of, they want to do generations. They're not going to do the iteration stuff. I think go ahead.
No. I'm sorry to interrupt. I thought you was going to stop. I totally can agree with that stance, because you can tell Microsoft wants to get away from the generations, and PlayStation want to stay there because they're well suited to be dominant in the generation situation, while Xbox, as you can see what they're doing with the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, the Xbox S, and then whatever the Xbox 2 or whatever else that they're going to have after that. So I could definitely agree with that. Anybody else want to carry on?
You know what's really nice about that is the fact that you have people like Infamous. If she wanted to stay with the Xbox, let's say she's got an Xbox One X, okay? If she wanted to stay with that and the next iteration of Xbox One comes out in a few years, she doesn't have to move forward with that, and she could play the same games. That's what's nice about that, is the fact that Xbox is going to stay Xbox. They're going to keep having their games on all their platforms. That's awesome. To me, you get the benefits of extra fidelity, different, options in here or whatnot on these new consoles, but you can still play these games on the Xbox One.
Yeah,
and that's what's awesome.
Correct. I agree. I mean, I don't see PlayStation doing that.
Yeah,
they got games there, but not as much variety as I'm saying as Xbox. This is like 3 generations. I don't know what backwards compatible games they got for the OG Xbox, but just the amount of games they can just add into the Xbox X, it's just and not one person can play all those games.
Well, I can just say this: if PlayStation decided to throw their hat in the ring and bring in backwards capability, it would be a monster. All those great hits that they have from the PS1 all the way down to now.
Well, they got Gaikai, the streaming service.
But I know the streaming service, it doesn't work, so they would have to do something different. But I agree with Infamous, is that, and whoever else said it, I forget who else said. I think it was 100. No, it was LiveWire. That I don't see PlayStation doing that, because just think, if you got a console that has that. I mean, the PlayStation 3 had it for a little while, and then they stripped it. So how many people would just stay on that PlayStation for that generation to play all those old games? Because I don't see PlayStation wanting to have people just stay on that platform forever. They want them to buy newer hardware. So yeah. I don't know. And me and Fonzarelli is around the same age, And I can tell you the Atari back then, you know what I'm saying, we were kids, but I think the Atari was like $400 back then.
It was expensive. And then
it was, in the games. Like I said, I played the Atari 2600. My pops used to, man, I mean, that's what he used to try to keep me in the house. But when we got one, the neighbors sit there like, you got a Atari 2600? Like, yeah, you know, and they were shocked.
I have a question for you guys. On the panel, how many of you all play backwards compat, and also are you playing them digitally or physically?
Digitally.
I only own 2 games physical for 360.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is Microsoft was brilliant here, because with you being those backward compat games digitally, you're tied to the ecosystem. You can't play those back compat games on PlayStation. It's just like if you used to buy music, and now you, like, let's say you with Apple, and so you got all your music on iTunes. It's hard to switch to Android and keep all your music.
No, you ain't gonna get no music. You ain't got no music.
Delilah's got a great point, because where they're brilliant is not the fact that they just have this backwards compatible ecosystem, but they have it, you know, basically on your console, on your hardware, downloading it. You know, it's not like this Gaikai system where you're just getting this, you know, streaming service that is utter dog shit, in my opinion. I'm sorry if I, you know, offend people. I've played it. I've tried it myself. I have a 200 megabit down connection, and I'm telling you, for me, I can feel the latency. It is there. It's not that great. It's okay, all right? But when compared to the backwards compatibility of the Xbox One, there is no competition. There's none.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of these things where it's funny because I should say Nintendo has you already seen their strategy. We're going to sit back and just wait till the technology gets cheap enough to where we'll be here. People are into our IPs. We do it kind of like what we want. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get into this whole console war aspect. We're just trying to bring games and do it at a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're staying behind. Xbox got a big head and got blasted in 2013.
I wish you stopped bringing up 2013. Good Lord. Kill me with that.
That's our point. That's Donnie D's fault, right? But now, you know what I'm saying? But now Xbox has to redirect themselves. PlayStation wants to stay as that gaming hub. They extend their fingers out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Their branches out and say, hey, we got PlayStation View, we got this, we got that. But we still are essentially a console for, you know, people that just want to play on a console. You know what I'm saying?
So eventually, I'm going to make a prediction now. I think by the PlayStation 5, they will start downloading games from PlayStation 4 on the actual hard drive for 5.
Yep, I agree with that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
What about PlayStation 3, 2, and 1?
Where the old Metal Gear at?
I think that'll come.
I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna put it this way. This is the thing between PlayStation 3 games and this PlayStation 4. It's that cell processor and how and that's how they did it. It's hard. That's why they actually did the Gaikai thing, because it's hard to do. Just hard to do it now. PCs can do it now. If they put the architect in there and do what Microsoft is doing, is faking stuff out.
Yes, 100. But what I'm saying is, what they're going to do, they're going to take some of their best games from the PS3 and they're going to remaster them or whatnot and have you download it that way, because you know they are the kings of remaster, and they will do that. So,
all right, cool. Anybody else want to say anything about that before we move on to the next topic? All right, let's go. We moving. We moving good and slick. Woo! I like it. All right. Forza 7. All right. Now look, you know what I'm saying? If we were sitting at a table and if somebody say something nasty, I might have to shoot you in the kneecap. But you know what I'm saying? We're not. So you can say whatever bad thing you want to about Forza 7. But Turn 10 gave out an apology, and you know, a lot of people were upset about the Ultimate Editions, and they were saying that this was, you know, you start seeing videos and different articles talking about that this was turned into a microtransaction machine, that people have to spend money in order to get what they want in the game, which is not true. But still, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going straight to you all day first. And the apology, is it necessary? Do you feel that Turn 10 needed to make this apology in order to extend, because they're making the VIPs permanent now.
Permanent,
so you can
right?
Get, double XP throughout.
Well, I mean, news has been really dry, you know what I mean, for the last couple of weeks. So, I mean, this is awesome clickbait, you know what I mean? So, people took it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I've seen more videos today than the original announcement of the transactions. Like, when everybody was hopping on it, I see more today than I did a few days ago. So, the fact of the matter is, you know what I mean? Forza, right? They implemented this to eventually charge you for it. That's what one of the dudes from Turn 10 said, right?
Right.
But they're not doing it now, and due to the backlash that it's getting, the unnecessary backlash, they might not even do it at all. You know what I mean? Like, so the apology, I don't know. I mean, I give it up for them for listening to the communities or people that have problems, and they decided to give people $1 million and making the VIP CR bonus permanent. That's cool and all, because they didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, all these I've seen at least about 12 videos, people complaining about this. Yes, we are aware that microtransactions are bad, right?
Can I ask you to know about that? Were these YouTubers really, truly big Forza fans?
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Absolutely
of course not.
You can tell that some of these people never played it.
It was Young, yeah, Boogie, the No. I mean, people damn well that don't like Forza. I mean, I've heard. I mean, everybody likes Horizon. That's a more casual racer, right? But I mean, this game. This is common sense. Microtransactions is cancer. We know that, but it's not going to change. They're here to stay. This is how they make their extra money. Period. This is trying to keep you locked in that ecosystem by buying cosmetic items, buying whatever you need to upgrade your character, to feel attached to it so you won't trade it in, right? So we get why they do it. Is it necessary? Fuck no. I hate microtransactions, but that's a new beast now, period.
My question is, why is it such a bad thing, though? I haven't heard, because I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, well, the microtransaction hurts the game." I'm like, how?
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Wait, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Basically, I feel like if I'm paying $60 for your game, I shouldn't pay nothing else. Like, I don't pay $60. If your game free, then I'm okay with microtransactions. But after I buy your game, it should be mine. I should be pressured to purchase and buy anything else.
Well, that's
but
I don't know.
What I'm asking is how is it affecting?
If it's a free to play game, then by all means, microtransaction it up.
I just want to know, what am I losing? Like legitimately, I just want to know, because like if it's for the crates and I want to earn the crate, if I want to spend my money so I can get the crates factor, why do I have to? Why am I denied that?
Because they're taking content away from the game and just selling it back to you. When they need to, if I'm paying $60, I expect to have the full fidelity. I'm just saying, I want the full fidelity of the game, not just you taking things out of the game.
It's not DLC. It's just it's the loot, so you can get like.
So wait, well, let me tell you. I think what people are really mad at was the black and the white area. You know what I mean? Like, check this out. Forza Horizon 3 has no microtransactions except DLC at all, right? So then when Motorsport comes around,
different teams,
they have it in there.
Different teams.
Yeah, but still, it's still got the Forza name on it. Like, that's kind of alienating people. You know what I mean? Like, this game has it, but this game don't.
Wait, does it have microtransactions, or is it just a potential of it being there?
From what I was told by Dealer was talking to me about it, and he's a big Forza fan. And he's playing through the game, and he said there is no reason to even buy these crates.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
If they do come out with these crates as microtransactions, so what? It doesn't hurt the game. If somebody wants to pay for it, let them pay for it.
Well, yeah, that's my issue. Like, if it's not taking content away from me, if it's just allowing me to, like, buying the crate gives me what I want faster, I don't see why I can't do it. Like,
I have a question.
Issue. Go ahead.
What contains in the crates? Like, just cosmetic items?
Just mods.
Yeah, you mods? Get like, so. All right, so what you get is mods. You sometimes get you'll get a car that you can, instead of having to pay for it, you'll get it in the crate, or you get like instead of having to earn suits through whatever, you can get it in the crate.
Yeah. Can I ask this question? Hang on, can I ask this question?
Yeah,
Is it replacing? Remember when you do something, you got that free spin and you got money.
No, that's just Horizon. That's just a Horizon thing. This is
it's not. Yeah, the spinner is.
The spinner. I mean, what Forza Horizon 6 had that you know what I'm saying
it's
you know what I'm saying that press your luck thing.
Yeah,
the press your luck thing.
It's not
Bone. It's more like gears. It's more like gears.
Yeah, this is the thing right here. This is exactly what it is. Like, okay, I've put in 41, 42 hours in this game. I can't stop playing it. And I haven't paid one extra dime, a penny on anything. I've earned it. I've grinded myself to I'm a level 6 right now, and and I got like $2 million. And you know what I'm saying? And then like the further, and this is what they don't, you know, we know that these people didn't play this game because the further that you get in the game, the more tiers that you go through, the more money that you get, and the faster that you level up, and you get a choice if you want to get a suit, money, or cars. At a discount price, or if even free, even. So
that's every time you get
you don't have to pay for anything. This, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it, the saddest thing about it, is that the damn what's called the microtransactions is not even on yet. They're not even active yet. They're not active. So you know what I'm saying, Saltiest Gaming, what is your take on this, man? What do you think?
So the first thing that I want to say is, like, how long have we had games that were, you know, retailed at $60? You know, it's been years and years, and we've talked about inflation. Would you guys rather pay $100 straight out, no microtransactions for games? That's the question that I have. I'm sure you guys' answer would be no, because we want to pay $60, but we want to have this content. But the fact of the matter is, these guys need to make their bread to feed their families, and you know, costs go up. You got huge development teams. It takes hours and hours to make these games. If it's cosmetic only, I don't have a problem with it. And the funny thing is, I played Rainbow Six Siege, and they added in these kind of loot crate situations. It actually made me want to play the game more, because it's kind of like a loot grind. You're like, oh, what am I going to get in this box? You know, so it can add playability to this game. And I think Turn 10 caved way too fast to the audience, man. I think there's a bunch of crybabies.
I agree.
They need to put their pants on and say, hey, we're churning out a bomb-ass game, and you guys need to suck it up, dude. Period.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's that much different than the rec packs for Halo.
Hey,
like the way it looks like.
But on real thing is, all right. I get Forza. I don't get the Ultimate Edition. I ain't like y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm only $1 in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only gonna get the $60 version. And I will sit there and wait to VIP, you know, during the week. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft maybe a month out, and they'll say VIP is $10 instead of 20. Then I grab the VIP. And then I'll wait for if it's an expansion and stuff like that. I guess I'm just cheap like that.
But for me personally, I think
if you want the VIP to be VIP like it was last year, I don't. It shouldn't be 25 races. But if I spend $20 for VIP, you should get the double XP and the extra cars, just like you.
But honestly, to pay for that stuff that they're offering, bro, to me, this is my opinion. I don't think it's fucking worth it. Mods don't make or break the game for me. I don't give a fuck. I mean, those are cosmetic. Your drivatar, dressing them up. Who gives a fuck? We've been driving the same mannequin for how many years? I don't care. I don't care. Like, if they're not offering me anything I'm interested in for those mods to even want to buy it. You know what I mean? Period.
I mean, the mods is what enhances your money intake. Right. And you know, and it was kind of like how, like, I think a lot of people got caught up because I wasted 2 VIPs because I was thinking it was the same way. You know, I just ran through them, and then when I said, oh shit, they're gone, like, oh, I got one left, well, let me preserve it. And then I just went through all the other mods and I just grinded out. So it was kind of one of them things where I just didn't understand, you know, and it didn't, like I said, didn't pay 1 extra cent for this. So Delilah, I know that you're on the fence about this. Since you've heard what's going on, are you still where you're at, or are you thinking a little bit differently? Where are you at?
I mean, just hearing you guys describe it make me think about it a little bit differently, but I still feel the way I feel about microtransactions. It is what it is.
Okay, all right. Triple Cup, what do you think?
Triple Cup? Okay, bye.
Man,
bye.
y'all hear me now? Y'all get me now?
All right, you had to tighten up that braid. I got you.
Yeah, I had to tighten it up to the rim. But yeah, man. I think first they shouldn't have came out and said nothing. They could have just act like ain't nothing happened because ain't no win in that situation. So sometimes the best thing to do is just shut the fuck up. The other thing is the microtransactions. I see on both sides of the fence about it. So let's say the grind that you had said that you had did Kmega, and you know it's in the level that you on, you put like 40-some hours into this game, right? And you know, saying some people say, hey, I come in here, I pay a little cash money, boom, I can get to where you at in 30 minutes. So they saying like people like they grind it out might feel a little bit more salty because you just paid $5 to skip ahead, but it's pretty much on the individual. If you want to just buy a $60 game and don't enjoy the ride, you just want to get to the ending, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much on you. But as long as it ain't, to me, as long as it ain't nothing that's gonna like be something that's gonna block you from you have to pay money to get to something because something they did something that's too ridiculous where it's gonna be almost impossible to get there without having to actually pay money or giving somebody a super lifesaver like off Star Wars where it kills everybody with one swing just because they paid of $19.99 pack. You know what I'm saying? As long as there ain't no stuff like that, I'm cool. I don't really care.
Okay, yeah, like I you know how I got a lot of love for Halo Wars 2, but I thought it was dog shit for them to within the year ask me for another additional $20 when I already bought the Ultimate Edition. That was garbage to me. Like,
but why do you feel that, Megan?
Well, because the fact that like okay, it's kind of like
oh no, slavery.
No. Okay, look. Okay, Ultimate Edition to me is this, right? Okay, kind of like how like Killer Instinct do it. You know, if you buy the Ultimate Edition for that year, okay, and then the next year you do some Street Fighter V does it. You know what I'm saying? When you go and you pay for the Ultimate Edition for whatever, you get all the outfits, you know, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that's fine. Okay, but when it comes to the next year and you say, well, we have a new DLC and it's $20, I got you. Okay, cool. I get it. I don't like it because, you know what I'm saying, I agree with Delilah to an extent that, look, damn, I already paid like $90 or $100 for this. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to pay anymore, but she enticed me because I like this game. But to do it within the year, that's trash. And you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I usually am kind of like, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll bite the bullet. I'm not biting no more bullets. I'm not. If you give me something and I buy a game for $100, then damn it, I want it all for that year. If you want to do a season 2, whatever, I get that. Other than that, I can't rock with you. I'm not going to purchase that shit. And I mean it. I mean it now.
Hang on, but you see what did you see the quality what you got out of your $20?
It's fantastic.
Hang on, but there were cutscenes.
You did not buy.
I did buy the 90. Yeah, I bought the $89 version. I bought it.
Well, okay,
I bought it, but I was just like you. I was just like you until Live was like, boom. This ain't the regular cutscene because you can see the cutscenes separated from Halo Wars on the original Halo Wars 2, how everything is not CGI. You see real CGI. You know, Blur charges $1 million per cutscene. They gave us
so you like paying for movies now?
Next year instead of bringing now and charging me $20 for it. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I got Shadow War coming. I got Shadow.
But I'm not buying no. I ain't buying the Ultimate version.
Wait, chill.
I'm gonna wait for the DLC.
I know, but what I'm saying is that, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I got the $100 version of Shadow War. You know what I'm saying? For most of the games that I got pre-ordered, I already bought them. You know what I'm saying? I already paid money for it. They're done. You know what I'm saying? So if you know what I'm saying, so for the microtransactions that they may have that's extra, I'm not fucking with it. I gave you the max that I'm going to give you. I'm not giving you no more. And I think that's how gamers have to look at it, especially even for games that they love, like NBA 2K18.
Right. Look at Injustice 2. I spent $100 on that. Guess what? I got everything until that game's done with. Yeah. Every DLC that come out is mine. Battlefield
does it fantastic. Halo 5 does it the right way. The Witcher 3 does it the right way. You know what I'm saying? For everybody else that's doing this shit a little extra, a little sly, I'm not digging it. And you know what I'm saying? But I do feel that Turn 10 is got ripped because of the frustrations and because of the clickbait media that's trying to go ahead and shit on this fantastic racer. Anybody else got to say anything about this before we move on to the next topic?
Move on.
All right.
Hey, I got something to say. Don't let nobody tell you how to spend your money.
Shit. Oh yeah.
That's how it is.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to people who paid $150 for 2K18.
I paid $100 for Destiny 2. And I tell you what, I won't spend not one damn cent on it no more. I'll grind till my knuckles bleed.
People spent money on horse armor in Oblivion for 7 years.
Yeah, you want to talk about PvP games? Oh my god, like WoW and all those other games. Yeah, they spent a lot of money. But all right, man, let's move on to the next topic. Ubisoft is adding a new feature that is called the watch mode or the skip boss fight mode. This was the wildest story that I've seen, man. You know, this was on a PC. This was on a PC website, and it was crazy. Well, I'll put the link in the description after the show. It was wild, man. It's basically Ubisoft is saying like you got a mode where you could just watch the game, and then if you want to play the game and you get to a boss, you can skip it. Now, this is what I want to ask the panel. This is something that I think that's actually can be very dangerous. Not for the main fact because of, you know, just making games too simple for gamers out, for whiny ass gamers out there. If you can't beat the game, you can't beat it. Tough shit. You know what I'm saying? There should be an easy mode, middle mode, and a hard mode. That's it. But
I can't wait to rip this shit up, bro.
But
yeah, man.
What about but the thing that I fear the most is gaming journalism. Right. We've seen the Cuphead shit. We've seen what and then we're hearing more and more defense of bad gaming journalism out here. With this type of mode that Ubisoft is doing, I feel that they could turn review games into a fucking joke more than they already are. So I'm going to go straight to you, Fonzarelli, and I want to hear your thoughts about this.
Well, I got into an argument the other day on Twitter with some people over a certain journalist, or not really a journalist, but a guy who does review games for a popular radio station. And anyway, he was using cheat codes for Cuphead, said it was a great game and all this stuff. And I'm like, look, I don't care if you use cheat codes, but to write a review and talk about a game that you basically cheated your way through, I feel that you really have no real sense on what the game was about. If you code, I just don't. And this is one of those things where I could see a reviewer saying, hey, I can't pass this boss. Boom, skip boss and just go on to the next chapter. Oh, it was a great game. I give it a 5 out of 5. Or it sucked because he couldn't beat those bosses, but we would never know that, right? He could just say it sucked, you know. I don't know. It's a bad thing all the way around. I think that this should not be implemented into any games nowadays. It never was in the past. I don't think it should happen today. I mean, this is foreign to me to be able to skip a boss. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Salty is gaming. Give me your take on this.
Okay. So I read an article. I don't know specifically is the one that you read, but it was by One Angry Gamer, and he's talking about the fact that you could have basically a tourist mode through the game. So basically, it's like a tour of Egypt to learn the history of Egypt. So you're not really like interacting in the game. You're just going around and learning about Egypt. And he was like talking about, well, you know, people, you know, the difference between media, like let's say a TV show, is you're watching, you're not interacting. But with gaming, you're interacting with the game. You change it. Your skill level changes the outcome and all this other stuff. And he's like, okay, so they're basically saying that this is for, you know, the casuals or whatever. And then this boss mode skip was just an addition. It's like, okay, we can add this too for those people that don't want to go through the hassle. And it boggles my mind that people would want to dumb down games to the essence and like the core of what makes a game. The game is the interaction. If you're taking the interaction out, you're essentially removing the foundation of what a game is, right? Video games are interaction. It's like getting over the bosses. I don't know, man. It's a slippery slope, and I think this is just, I don't know. It just feels wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to put it. It's not right.
Yeah.
Can I put my 2 cents on this?
Well, I was gonna get to Delilah, and you can come right after her.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, all right. Before you start, Delilah, I just wanted to say that this has been something that some developers has been. I guess they've had journalists talk to them, because this was brought up in 2009 by a BioWare dev. Her name was Jennifer Helper, and she was implementing that maybe BioWare might try to implement that to make it easier for the journalists to feel at ease about going through the game instead of because they have a tireless workload. I'm kind of like, that was back in 2009, and I'm like, what? So anyway, Delilah, what do you think about this? This is crazy.
Oh, man, I think it's ridiculous. I feel like if you can't play games and you're not really adept with gaming in general, you shouldn't be trying to review the games, or let alone be in the industry. Like, I feel like you're disrespecting the industry by even attempting to do it. Like, the whole Cuphead thing was ridiculous. I mean, it's just people saying they can't use a controller and talking about clawing controllers and stuff like this. Like, really? Like, bro. But no, I don't get that. I don't understand it. I think that if you want to watch the game, then watch it on Twitch, watch it on YouTube. I mean, I don't want to skip a boss. I think that's ridiculous. I just think, that's just, I don't even know what else to say, man.
Okay, all right, Infamous, go ahead and have at it.
We all grew up with spending hours and hours on just trying to be the boss. You know what I mean? In a video game, and then when you take all the time and efforts and repetitions just to beat that boss, and you get your achievement, don't that feel good, right? I know that felt good to me when I beat these bosses. So for them to dumb down, now if they have an interactive place that you learn things about Egypt at your own leisure, I don't think that's bad. That's a little educational. But are you actually skipping bosses and stuff like that, or I just don't get it. It's just like me as a 33-year-old. It's really getting dumbed down. And then it's like a gang. It's like every time a game come out, it's like a gang of sensitive motherfuckers that just get butthurt on how the game is. And the developers, they buckle down and submit to these people. And I'm like, man, just do the game how you guys want to do it. And if it makes money, it makes money. If it don't, it don't. I'm not skipping bosses.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Go ahead.
Like, it makes you kind of wonder, what the fuck did you get this job for? All you journalists, like, it's the passion of playing video games and being passionate about, being vocal about what you're playing to get to the masses, right? So if you can't be the boss, say your boss gives you a project, I need you to review Assassin's Creed Origins. All right, cool. If you get to a part where you're stuck and you can't beat it, right? You should have one of your peers help you and maybe get his opinion on the boss and put it in your review. You know what I mean? There's other ways around it.
If you rolling, bro, because you said if you can't beat a boss, and I just thought of that journalist. He couldn't even beat a tutorial.
But you know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, like, you're right now, all of us right now, we're in the day of information. We're in the age of information, right? So shit like this shouldn't be out in the open. We shouldn't know about this at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the developer shouldn't even told us about this or let it leak out. Because guess what? Now you're witnessing the death of journalism right now. Now. Yeah. All their credibility is going to be out the fucking window. Because then when a game gets a 10 out of 10, you have to sit back and think. Did you watch the game
or did you play it?
Right. You got to think about it. Did you play it or did you watch it? Did you have it on DVD on pause? Like, what the fuck?
That's two different things.
You know what I mean? So you're witnessing this. This has become more about people getting paid for their opinion and getting a job and a check than being passionate about video games. You know what I mean? Because skip a boss, shit. I tell somebody I skipped the fucking boss to beat the fucking game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you a punk, you a sucker, you weak,
you a fraud.
Hella weak.
Yeah, you're a fraud. And the funny thing about this,
hold on. My last point.
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
Since Ubisoft is doing this first,
Oh
boy, they're gonna start a fucking fire trail. All developers are gonna start throwing this in their fucking games and fuck up the whole journalism space. That's it.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's the reason why I brought this topic up. I thought I wanted this to maybe to be the first topic, but I kind of wanted to hit the other point first, and I was like, this is huge. This has the ramifications to be, like you said, the destruction of gaming journalism as we know it, and the fact that this dumbs down gamers. You know what I'm saying? And somebody in the chat said something very, very, very interesting, and I didn't even think about that. What's going to happen with the trophies and the achievements? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to get one or two.
Ooh, hey, like I said, it's a fucking paper trail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Paper trail.
And you get caught. So, okay, 100. What do you think about this situation here?
I think it's a joke. I don't know why y'all keep on listening to these. There ain't no journalism anymore, so I don't even know why y'all go by the channels and listen to the shit. Because I'd rather go find your favorite YouTuber that that really game, or your favorite Twitch, or your Mixer, or whatever you go look at your stuff. You need to go there instead of listening to these IGNs and all these other stuff, because it's not journalism anymore. It's all clickbait. And if
another thing, it's hard.
Now, yeah, but if my thing is, where I found out what Assassin's Creed was, what they're going to do it is, that's more like you taking a tour of Egypt. It ain't no achievements happening and none of that. So you're not skipping anything. You're not even playing the game. You just traveling around looking at the pyramids. It's just like you in spectator mode.
I guarantee you there'll be an achievement. There'll be an achievement.
Okay. You know what? If it's achievement, it's gonna be one of those fake achievements when we watch YouTube to a certain. We don't get no achievement points for watching YouTube. You might see it across your screen. Watch YouTube for 16,000 hours. You don't get no achievements for it. I don't think they're gonna give it. I don't think they're gonna do that, because Ubisoft is they're not dumb. They just seeing they was actually set in educational mode.
Yeah. I think
they use the word education.
Like virtual tour is cool. I like that, but skipping bosses, no.
Now, if you want somebody to skip a boss, if you got somebody skipping the boss, I ain't nobody, man. My thing is, do it like this. Do what Cuphead do. If you go play it on simple, you can't play the final boss to beat it. You have to beat every boss on regular.
Yep.
I would agree with that.
Make it that way. You don't get nothing. You don't get the ultimate.
Hey, I swear to God. I'm not gonna swear to God, but I swear them motherfuckers probably put that in the game. After they seen that journalist, they patched that shit right in. Like,
they could have. But okay, let me go on. Triple Cup. What do you think about this, man? Where are you at on this?
Man, a lot of people I know, they will try to skip the cut scenes. I don't know nobody that's gonna try to skip the actual fight, the mechanics, the gameplay, the boss fights that you play in the whole game. The whole purpose of playing the game is to beat the boss. I mean, just to push a button to skip it, that takes the whole purpose of playing the game away. And like with the journalists of being able to skip, they already have games that do that. Mortal Kombat on the story mode,
walking simulators and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like on games. Mortal Kombat do that. Mortal Kombat 10. If you can't beat a person some amount of time, you can skip them. Grand Theft Auto 5 do that. If you playing something and you can't beat it, you can skip it. They already got games that do that. But the only thing about it is it don't need to be mainstream, and it need to be implemented. Let's say ridiculous number like 25 times on a regular game. If you can't get past this in 25 times, we'll give you a chance to skip. Now, if it's a game that's, a simple game, they shouldn't do it like that. But just like one of them extra hard games for a simple person, they playing on easy. If they can't beat it in 25 times, I can understand that, because they just, there for the ride. But they shouldn't have that, mainstream though.
Okay, cool. But okay, for me, look, I remember. They got games where they'll show, if you are getting your ass handed to you by a certain boss or something or a level, and it says, well, we can lower the difficulty for you. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'll hit that. Now, the only game that I would probably do that for is Dark Souls if they had that feature, because I can't. Look, man, Luca, you are the princess of that game. I can't do it. Like, I'm still on that first boss. He annoys me. I get annoyed. I put the game down. I'm done. Give me a lower level.
But DLG do that on their games.
Well, no, but other games, I'm not doing it for any other games except for that particular game, because that game is like just super difficult for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I've just gotten in my old age and my fingers is just not equipped to hit all them triggers and spin and move around like that. I don't know. I just have a hard time with that game. But to skip a boss is absolutely gross. So, Livewire, you're the last one. What is your take on this, man? Is this something that might be to where, let's just add a little fun to it? Could this be a feature that maybe Ubisoft might add to say, hey, you may not like this boss, you might have a hard time. Hey, for 99 cents, you can go ahead and skip it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you think about this, Livewire? Yes.
Stupid, yeah. Look, I don't care personally, but when it comes to journalism, that's where it becomes a bit of an issue. You know, it's hard to really understand the anguish of a game if you're playing it on easy, or to really talk about how you got to use technique when you don't really need to use none because you got it on easy. Like, you can't really say, oh man, for this boss you got to use this potion and do this, and you don't got to do none of that if it's on easy mode or you just skipped it, right? You wouldn't know any of that. So me, I equated, like, if gaming journalism is going to be gaming journalism, people have to have roots in gaming. That doesn't mean you have to be the best gamer, but you should be knowledgeable and have some experience in what you're reporting about. You know, to me, that's no different than if you want to be a sports reporter. Like, you're not going to accept somebody who thinks Tiger Woods is fucking Magic Johnson as a fucking real reporter. But yeah, I saw Magic Johnson. He was golfing the other day. Magic Johnson. He was like, that's Tiger Woods. It was like, oh, well, you know, they all look the same. Whatever. You know, like, you're not going to respect anybody who can't tell the difference between one athlete and another. So the same thing goes for, like, gaming journalists. If they can't really critique a game well enough to the point that they can really explain what's going on, especially when they're talking about the control schemes of Cuphead, where you could, number one, depending on what platform you are, you have multiple options on Xbox and PC. That shit is just crazy, man. You know, it seems like for a long time we've noticed that these guys have all been about, they're journalists first, they're gamers maybe second or third. Right? The gaming is really not their main focus, because that's not, you know, they seem to have very little, if any, interest in it, because they just kind of, you know, the flippant comments and the fact that they don't really cherish what they, you know, the industry. They'll write bullshit stories on fucking companies and just like, let's play a game of, let's see how bad this article could fuck up their stock. Like, like the shit with the Shadow of Mordor. I'm coming out here talking all that wild shit about fucking microtransactions when that shit has no bearing on the fucking game. To try to drive this pitchfork crowd of, well, no microtransactions in the game. Well, it doesn't affect the gameplay. Fuck that, we don't want them. You're like, what the fuck? You don't even know what you're crying about. You're just yelling, just to be yelling. I don't know.
I don't want to. Real talk.
No damage control.
Yeah, no, and shout out to One Guy X. I don't know if he's telling the truth, but you know what? Yo, Joe. You know what I'm saying? He said he met Sergeant Slaughter at the golf course. Much love. And I know he was a wrestler too, but you know, where I really like me some Sergeant Slaughter was when he was whooping Destro's ass in G.I. Joe. I know that show my age on that. But anyway.
Making you old.
I'm old, Jack. I'm not afraid.
I know
of it, you know what I'm saying? Everything still works. So I'm good. Everything still works.
Everything's
You telling yourself that though.
I did know everything still works, so I'm good. Anyway, anybody else want to got anything they want to add to this before we move to the next topic? All right, let's go. All right, man. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Man, the beta came out. I believe it was on. I believe it was on PlayStation 4 first, and the Xbox Nation has the pleasure to have it. I don't know when PC got a chance to play this beta.
Same thing. It came out. You have to pre-order.
Same time. Yeah.
Oh, same time.
You have to pre-order.
I don't know. I mean, PlayStation got the
pre-order.
deals. I have no idea. Okay.
No, you just have to pre-order. If you pre-order, you got to into the beta before anybody else.
Thank you for clarifying that. You know what I'm saying? I do not. I know you're going to check me to not make me sound neutral. I know that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, no, but okay. So let's go to Fonzarelli because he made a glaring statement when I brought these topics up, and he kind of had he said something about it. So, Fonzarelli, have you played the beta? What do you think about the beta? Are you excited for Battlefront 2?
No, look, I was kind of excited for it when the whole Xbox One X thing was, swirling about them having it in 4K and it's going to look amazing and stuff. But then it started to sink in. I really didn't like the first one all too much at all. I thought that the guns just didn't feel right. The way you couldn't aim down sights wasn't right. I thought they would fix some of that, but it's the same old crap when it comes to the gun mechanics. Look, if they're going to give me a first-person shooter mode, make it a first-person shooter mode. I don't want it to be a half-assed, like a half third-person, half first-person, where you can't even aim down the sights. What is that? That's terrible to me. And third-person shooters just aren't for me. I didn't like The Division because of it, and I don't like this game because of it.
Okay, so Fonzarelli, you are a... All right. Okay, so we'll move on down the line. All Day Digital.
What up?
Your RDX, is it? Yeah, RDX.
Wait. Let me say one more thing though. It also feels sluggish to me. It feels like it's just like they're walking in quicksand. It's not fluid. It's just not. This game just doesn't feel right.
I think you've just been playing a lot of Destiny, brother. I see you on Destiny every day.
But
every day.
I say that about Destiny, but I'm telling you, this game does not feel that good. And I think if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's not going to be for you, really.
Damn. So, Fonzarelli, that's a double. All right. Okay. All Day Digital, you know what I'm saying? Your RDX homeboy just said that this game is not the truth. Now, granted, it's the beta,
right?
But what do you think about this one, man? The most petty.
All right, look, you want the pet? You want the red pill or the blue pill? Which one?
You know what I'm saying? I guess the red pill is the truth, right?
Nah, the blue pill's the truth.
Oh, thank you, because you know what I'm saying? We don't want the red pill. We want the blue pill.
All right, so you want the blue pill. All right, so to me, ever since the first, Star Wars Battlefront, to me, when I played it, when I got it in my hands, I played it for the first time, it felt super casual. The key indicator to that was when Zaire said he loved it, I knew it was casual. But what I'm saying is, like, the game, they made the game for Star Wars fanatics. Does this game stand up to the old school Battlefronts on PS2? Fuck no. But it is kind of teetering to that way with this beta. The content, they even had a fuck up meter at the bottom of the trailer where it showed you the difference between the stuff they have in the first one compared to the second one, like what's different, right? Or how much stuff they added. So as I'm playing the beta, I noticed that the graphics just looks like shit. Like, it's super soft graphics. It's not up to par. It's real jaggy. It's real fuzzy. Looks
that's why.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I think it's a pretty game. I'll give it that.
It looks okay, but when you really, when I'm playing on my TV, it looks like someone smeared Vaseline on the front. It's not the TV. It's just the game, bro. It needs a patch. It just needs a patch. It just needs that 4K and 4K assets, or if it's upscale, whatever they're going to do to improve the resolution needs to be done. And I think that's the only problem I had with the game. Other than that, they try to cater to bringing everybody in that loves Star Wars to enjoy this game. You know what I mean? I think they hit it home. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the game will be full of content. It's a fucking beta, and already was getting loot boxes. So I can see the direction of the game.
Microtransactions?
Yeah. It's going to be heavy in this game for sure due to the class system that they implemented in this one. The characters do feel different. The powers feel different. The weapons loadout, they are different. The game is... I had an okay time. The beta is not running so smooth. I had a lot of disconnecting matches, a lot of laggy matches. But, it's a beta. What the fuck do you expect? The game's coming out next month. I don't think this is the best foot forward right now. They should have just... it's too close to the game's launch. You know what I mean? Like, if they were going to do a beta, it should have been, like, in August.
That's why I feel like it's probably not a real beta.
Yeah, like, it's just too close to launch, and I don't know. I think the game will be dope when it finally launches, but right now the beta I played, I had an okay time with it. It wasn't
okay.
It
So
didn't blow my mind.
is it a day one buy for you?
Yeah, I already paid for it already.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but you're kind of like halfway.
Yeah, I mean, just because, halfway, like I'm saying, like I know the full game will be more robust than. I mean, it's a fucking beta. I don't expect it to blow my mind. You know what I mean?
Like the first,
But
did you like the first one? Did you like the first?
It was all right. It was all right. I mean, like I said, it's just like Fonz really. I have to you can give me another no if you want, but I kind of feel like the shooting does need to be a little tighter. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like if you go to first person mode, you should be able to ADS. To me, because that's what you're used to. You know what I mean? Like this ain't Wolfenstein or Doom back in the day. You know what I mean? Even those games have ADS now, so I feel like that's just part of the times you need to have ADS if you're in first person mode. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right, all right. You went a little long, LiveWire long, but we'll appreciate that. We'll
you have to, because you'll never get it again.
Yeah. So, okay, all right. So we're gonna move on down to Delilah HD. Have you played the beta yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Okay, so you're automatically getting a.
Yeah.
Moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Gladly taken.
Lady H. I said Lady HD. Okay, Lady Infamous. You know what I'm saying? Have you played the beta yet?
I got plans to. I have plans to.
All right.
I got plans. I got ways.
Gamer. Hey, y'all told me to rush the topics. Y'all told me to be very, very quick with these topics, and I'm doing it. So, Salty Gaming, bruh, have you played this demo?
Yo, I have played this demo, and I got a lot to say. It's going to be brief, but it'll be a lot. I got some questions in the chat. So, first of all, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, probably one of the biggest Star Wars fans out there, and FPS is probably my genre. So, you mix those two together, and I can tell you my opinion. I hated the first game. I thought it was rushed. I thought it had little to no content. It didn't have a story mode. The gameplay felt casual. The FPS was garbage. It felt bad. So
the FPS is pretty much the same though, dude.
No, but I played the second one, and it feels different. Okay, so I played Battlefield as well, and they run on the same engine, but this one feels more like Battlefield, if that makes sense. The way the game, moves and feels, it's not going to be the same because you're shooting lasers instead of bullets. So you got to take that into account. You kind of want to reload. You want to do all this. They have like a cooldown thing when you shoot your laser and it overheats. You can it feels like a reload. But regardless of that, they fixed pretty much all the problems that they had in the first game. So they didn't have they didn't have a story.
They didn't give us aim down sights. That is a fail.
No, but you have the sniper class. Like I said, they have classes, so you can snipe and you aim down sights.
For sniper,
but that's ADS, right?
No, but a certain assault class and certain weapons you can aim down sights. It don't feel natural though. It's not like you have a. You
can't aim down sights.
You can aim down sight, but you don't have the reticle like you have like on Halo or Call of Duty. On certain weapons, you can.
Here's the deal. I think that you're taking it from a Destiny approach where it's all ADS because Halo.
No, guys.
You didn't ADS in Halo, right? In the old ones.
Yeah, but
you still played that, right? Yeah. You still played it and you still liked it. So ADS in a shooter isn't end all be all.
Yes, nowadays it is for me.
I believe that you're going from third person to first person. If you're switching those modes, there's got to be, you're shooting a laser, you're not shooting an actual gun. So they're trying to forge their own path. They don't want it to be just like Battlefield. They're trying to give you Star Wars. So you're shooting a laser, you're not shooting a gun with bullets. So that's the thing that I'm trying to put out there.
Yeah, it's all hip fire then.
It's not hip fire, really. So basically.
It felt like it. It felt like hip fire when I'm running around with those guns.
But that's not the main issue of this game. They're giving you content. They're giving in-depth story mode. They're giving you, classes like they have in Battlefield. You got the heavy, you got the, the sniper, you got the assault. You're getting, arcade modes. This game is not going to be a game that I play on the depth of Destiny, but it is a good game. Like when I put that in,
if you have to give it a score right, like today, based on what you played as far as the demo is concerned, what would you give it?
So I would give a score of probably a 5 out of 10 for the first Star Wars, and based off of what I played, which is about a full night, because one of the main issues that I have with this game is I couldn't play with my friends. Okay, we all got online, we're excited to play the beta. The multiplayer was broke. We couldn't squad up in this game. I don't know if you guys had that issue.
I couldn't play with anybody.
That is an issue. EA consistently comes out with these games, and they said specifically for the first Star Wars that they rushed that game out because Force Awakens was coming out. They're like, oh yeah, we were going to put a story mode in there, but we had to get it out. We had deadlines, So that's unacceptable. But this game, I feel like they've fixed a lot of the problems. If I was going to give it a score based off of what I did, it's probably an 8 out of 10, So they've had improvements of it, So I don't know. I would say check it out. I think there's a balance that you have to have between the casual and the hardcore, because Star Wars makes a lot of money. So they want to get everybody in there. So you can't just have it for the hardcore. Destiny's having that same problem where they're trying to find a middle ground, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's my take. So
cool. No problem. You know what I'm saying? You the guest. You can have the floor. You know what I'm saying? So that's all right. And and the thing of it is that so you're a yes. I don't have a yes. So
here's the deal. Like I enjoy Destiny a lot more because I'm a looter shooter type person. I like Borderlands. I like to get gear. Like it has gear and you can get like stuff in the loot boxes that they have, but it doesn't feel that need for me. So I'm gonna go in there and play it, but it's not gonna be something that I play all the time. So. It's a yes for me, but not a yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So all right. What I'm saying? LiveWire. Our Donald Trump. We know you played this, right? Have you played it?
The game dog shit, dog.
What? So already LiveWire has said it's a explain.
Because I still can't play the motherfucker. So
man, God,
I've been trying to play it. I got downloaded that shit. It won't let me. I can't get past the accept the fucking agreement shit. For whatever reason, it won't let me play that shit.
I don't like it, man.
Okay, damn, that's crazy. I feel bad for that. So all right, so you're a no. You're a famous.
Well, yeah, man, it's hard to play something I can't play.
I got you. Okay, so
bro, you ain't missing much, bro.
Damn, Fonzie really is salty.
You cold-blooded.
I
bitter, man.
Cold-blooded. I know. All right, so we're gonna move down to 100. 100. Have you played the demo or the beta?
Yeah, I played it.
What you think? All right, is it a yes or is it a no?
It's a so-so. Depends who you are. So-so.
I want a yes or no.
So I'll put this way. I bought the shit already, so shit. I gotta live with it.
Yes, then.
I gotta live with it.
That's your name. Then that's a yes.
That's
me. That's me. I always hit pre-order, and then realize I bought the shit, and then it's come on my account. I'm like, damn.
So telling us that right now?
All right.
After you play in the beta. Now that you would if you had it, well, you can still do it. Well, if you already paid for it, no, you got to keep it. But you would get your money back. That's what you're saying.
I put it right now. I would do it like I did the first one. Let that motherfucker go EA access.
He's a bum.
He's a bum.
I'm gonna tell you how to let that. I get the first one access. I'll let that shit go in the.
Okay, so what's the problem? What's the problem?
All right, you know what? I play a lot of first person, even Battlefield. I play first person just like I play fighters.
Right.
It don't seem like it's organized chaos. It seems like shit is everywhere. I played all the modes.
You're trying to be like, you want it to be like Battlefield.
No, I mean, okay, you got certain modes to 16 on 16. You got certain modes that's, you know what I'm saying, like the space battles. You can't barely control the damn fucking fighter. You don't know if it's up axle, down axle. I ran into the damn Death Star.
Have you thought about maybe you're just garbage?
No, I ain't garbage. I play, man. I'm a
No,
you know what? All day,
you could just be trash.
I'm not trash. I can beat you in a whole lot of shit.
We'll play tonight.
But my thing is, it wasn't like. And then when I do go play like the old, it's like when they did make it, you know, the big battles. You can't even see who the hell you shooting. I'm just only hearing. Only thing I hear is pew 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 pew. I'm like, where's it coming from? And you showing me a thing, a reticle where it's coming from. But you got this different class. Yeah, I put the best classes on there. Is the heavy class. The best class is the heavy classes on there. It's the heavy class. But you get that Gatling gun, and then you can pull up a shield. Now somebody been playing it for like, say, some people got early access. They've been playing this shit for like 30 hours. They got different cars. They got different amp power. So you sit there, pull up your shield like you're playing, like how you get certain Titans on Titanfall, and you get the shield. You get a shield with one of them.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It don't feel like organized chaos. You know, Halo feel like organized chaos. Battlefield feel like organized chaos.
Okay, I don't know, man. Like Halo, you in an arena, right? So
no Halo. We talk about organized chaos is when you go play what you call it, Warzone. That's organized chaos.
That's PvE.
You knew Battlefield is organized chaos.
I kind of understand what 100's saying. 100, like it just doesn't feel like those guns have any weight to them because they're lasers. So it's just not. It doesn't feel good when you shoot somebody with them. But that's why you like the heavy class because it's got some weight to those guns. You can feel it.
And then you got more armor, and then you got another class. What the hell is a officer class? What he got a pistol? What he gonna do?
Yeah, support. He's more like support.
So I'm gonna sit there. Pew, 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 and I'm a hell of a Star Wars fan.
Did you read the description?
Man, I'm playing the game. Why I gotta read?
Because you got it's class. It's class. You got to read what they offer.
I can't think about it. If I want to do it, can I command something? I ain't got no commands. I'm sitting there.
I don't know.
So why would you even put that class in there? That's all it is.
I think he's drunk.
Do that again, 100. What you doing?
That's all it's going. That's all it's doing. I'm like, man, you know how many times I kill officers? Like, you had the audacity to walk in front of this Gatling gun, and then you got all different Gatling guns. So it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? And like what Fawn say, it don't feel like when you shoot, you don't feel a kickback like you feel like on a gun, especially like on Xbox. You know, you got the rumbles in the trigger.
Well, there are lasers, Bone.
They're lasers, bruh.
I understand that. Battlefield, to me, Battlefield 1.
It's not Battlefield.
I mean, not Battlefield 1, but the first one shooting feel way better than this one. And I like to play in first person.
I'm out of here.
I like to play in first person. I don't like to play in that third person. Not on that. It ain't nothing but running gun.
Well,
I like to play in first. And I want to aim down sights. And when I get a gun that aim down sights, it don't have no kick to it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right. Now, so Triple Cup Chuck, man, have you played this beta?
Nope.
Yet?
I'm not a fan of Star Wars.
But you're a fan of multiplayer though, right?
No.
I mean, but since you said that, I'm a try, but it's like it ain't on my. You know how you just say, well, you're gonna get around to it when you get around to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He waiting for EA access.
So it's not a day one for you, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. It's when I get laid on.
All right.
I'm drinking with 100 and Chuck tonight.
Well, it's up.
Yeah, right. I see this.
Y'all gonna be sharing one. Y'all gonna be sharing 140.
Nah,
okay,
so
140 and 3 cups.
How I feel about the beta? I played about maybe 3 or 4 games. You know what I'm saying? And it was really broken. Because I know for a fact that you can't play in a party because I was trying to do it with Neville's and my boy Bananas. You know what I'm saying? He's back, and so we was trying to get in and play together, and it kept freezing. I had somebody Dead to Rights, and I'm like, you know what? They need to bring that game back, man. I love Dead to Rights. You know what I'm saying? If since you got rid of Sleeping Dogs, you need to bring Dead to Rights. I know I sidestepped that, but still, anyway, the game it did feel a little bit different than one, but graphically, I thought it looked good. It did need some more polish. And because of the fact that it was a lot of stuttering and things of that nature, for the first time, if I didn't play the first one and I was anticipating the second one, I'd be very disappointed because I couldn't get a match in the 40 with the 40 players. Everybody, they got impatient and they kept kicking, they kept jumping out. And then when I played like strike mode, I was like, okay. All right, we came up, but it kept pausing and kept doing some wild shit. But when the game actually played, and it felt pretty fluid to me. It's a game that I already have. There's already come, it's already bought. But I'm gonna have fun with it. It seems like to me it'll be my substitute for Call of Duty because I was going to get Call of Duty, but after that beta, I'm washing my hands of that. I'm not buying it. I refuse.
I think a lot of people are going to buy into the hype, and they're going to stop playing this game within a month's time.
You might be right. Because I did the same thing with the first one, but there's a story, there's a campaign that looks very, very, very good. And after watching the EA press conference at E3, and that lady protagonist was there, I'm going to support her.
Oh, really? Really?
Anyways, yeah, you must support her. She must get paid. I will.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that on there? That cutscene where it was her and that officer talking. It had a little bit of the story or whatnot.
Yeah.
Did you watch it on the beta? Well, why did they have her mouth open like that? It annoyed the shit out of me, man. Like
I wasn't annoyed the slightest.
Terrible, bro. It looked terrible.
I was quite pleased.
Oh,
anyway,
Are you married or not?
Wait, man, look.
She looked like
Like, can't look at crazy, man.
Get on to the next topic, man.
About me.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the game, especially the story mode, because I think that this protagonist, and not being, on that level like that, but I'm just saying, I think that the story is going to be pretty awesome. I think it's going to be, because it's going to be in between what happened from one point to the next, because I forget how many numbers it is on Star Wars, but after you watch the one with Anakin in them, and it's going to be between that, I don't know, whatever. I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm lost. I'm lost.
Yeah,
I'm lost.
Move on.
I'm a trekkie. I'm more into Star Trek than I am into Star Wars, but
I don't know about that. You talking about Anakin?
Shut up.
Anakin.
Shut up.
Shut
up. Anyway, let's go move on. Let's move on. Okay. All right. So, oh damn, I lost where I was going. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Andrew House. I know. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to listen to my boys at Crossfire tonight. You know what I'm saying? So
wasn't no Crossfire tonight.
There was no Crossfire tonight. Oh damn!
I've been moved
We
to
could have went early. We could have went early. Then I didn't know.
We all knew.
Rise and fall on that show though.
Damn. So,
I mean, come on. Huh?
Kmega gets a
L.
for that one. Anyway, I get an L for that. All right, my bad. I didn't know. Shout out to Moochie Crap and to anybody else that's out there. Andrew House. And you know what? I'm going to my PlayStation for my PlayStation guys first on this one, because I know that maybe one of them shedded a tear. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, Andrew House has stepped down. He's gone after this year. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a couple of fanboys say, he's not gone yet. You're a liar, you Phil Meg. I hate you. You're fraud. I'm like, okay, look, man, he's here until the end of this year, and then he's gone. All right? That's just a fact. So I'm going to go to you, Fonzarelli, first and ask you this question. Okay. Andrew House has been there for a long time. And for me personally, Jack Tretton was the soul of PlayStation. He left. Now we see Boys. He left. He's over there doing stuff for Killer Instinct or for Iron Galaxy. And now Andrew House is gone.
Fuck.
what is the future of PlayStation looking like? Even though PlayStation is dominating right now, but what is the future of PlayStation looking like to you?
Man, first of all, fuck that Andrew House, okay?
Damn. Okay. All right. Cool.
Just kidding. No. I'm. Look, he's done a lot of good for PlayStation, but you know, he leaves behind a job with a new president there and CEO, John.
Is he gonna be on the board too, though? Okay. Like, it's not. He's not.
No. Well, he made. But here's the thing. His position, he's leaving to a guy in John Cadera, who's been there since, man, like 92. And the guy's had a lot of experience with Sony, with PlayStation Network, and the brand as a whole. Just, you know, he's been there. So with the situation they're in now, him being there all this time as well, I think they're left in good hands with Cadera. And I don't think there's going to be any differences here. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm with Fonz on that. I don't think it's going to be a big difference. I mean, plus House is still going to be on the board, and if you know anything about boards, that means you're going to have some sort of decision making, some say in the decision making that goes on. So I think it's going to be a smooth process. They got enough people to kind of. It's kind of like sailing, so to speak. So I don't think anything negative is going to come of this.
It's kind of like how they just promoted. Phil Spencer, you know, within house.
That's right.
And that, you know what? And I liked that move, and that's what they're doing with John Cadera. And this is the right move to make. If House wanted, that is the case, guys. He wasn't fired. He wanted to step down. He's stepping down. Cadera's taking over. We're good, man. PlayStation's good.
All right. Well, okay. I wanted to get your expertise on it because, you know, look, I've been a PlayStation fan for a long time, and then I've kind of faltered away from the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? After Jack Trent left, I definitely after Jack Trent left, I just felt that the whole direction has just went left. PlayStation is doing exactly what the 360 did. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to marketing, all of that solid stuff, right? But it just seemed to me that when I turned on my PlayStation back from the 1, 2, and 3 era, I was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? I was excited. When I turn on my PlayStation now, I'm like, you know, they got some really good games. I'm going to play a couple of them, and then I play it, and then I just feel kind of lonely, and then I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Is anybody going to – they see me on here. Can anybody say what's up to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm here. What's up? And I don't hear anything except – and then the only time that I hear something about Kmega on PlayStation, Kmega's a fraud. Show them trophies. I'm like, goddamn, can we play a game together? So anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the fanboys that got me a little bit departed from the PlayStation. I enjoy it for what it is. I don't know. So all day, you know what I'm saying? You are a PlayStation guy yourself. Mm-hmm. You're a neutral gamer. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what do you think about this Andrew House situation, man? You think it's a problem? Do you think it's not a big deal? What?
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm trying to say that shit, man.
Hey, like, I mean,
why people worry about him, man?
He's going to another position, big fucking deal. Somebody else is going to come in, they're going to implement something that they think is cool, and we'll adapt to it, and hopefully it's something cool, and yeah, who cares?
Okay, all right, okay. You know what? I will say this before I jump to you, Lenny Infamous. I got to say this. I got to give it up to the PlayStation community. I have to. I did it on multiplayer, and I'm going to do it again tonight. I said this, and I mean this with the utmost respect. When PlayStation shit goes bad, or it's weird, or it seems odd, the PlayStation community comes together and say, we'll just rub that off, dust it off my shoulders. We're fine. But anything that's negative towards the Xbox or just a story, you got Xbox fans that lose their shit. They can't cope with it. Like, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Somebody left. There was a couple of people that left 343. Oh my God, 343 is done. Oh my God, this guy's been there forever. He's done. He's gone. 343 will never be the same. Andrew House, this guy's been there been doing this for 20 plus years. And you know what PlayStation people say? The PlayStation community say, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We still number one. We doing hot shit. Xbox fans, they lose their shit and don't know how to cope. And you know what? And I feel that Xbox, and I feel honestly, and you know what I'm saying. This is my little rant, and I'll be done. I just want to say, look, grow some fucking thick skin, Xbox Nation. When shit goes awry, you just still stay firm. You know what I'm saying? You hear these PlayStation, you hear Fonzarelli saying, I don't care. So, okay, Lady Infamous, go ahead. I just want to say it. Facts.
Why is people worried about a man quitting his job? He basically had internal feelings about working at that company that he didn't want to work there anymore, right?
I'm just asking the question.
I'm answering the question though. I'm not trying to be rude towards you, but I'm like in a general sense. Why is the man if a person want to quit their job because they apparently where they at? So it has to be, to me, it's something like behind the scenes that we don't know about that he's not cool with, and he just said, fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm not going to lose no sleep to that. Yeah. He's making way more money than me. He's going to get a good severance package. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Preach.
I can't say nothing else about it. Okay, what about you, Delilah? Where are you at on this?
Man, I don't care. I already said my piece, really. I kind of cut it.
Nobody cares.
Hold on. Fonzarelli over here throwing that shade. Hold on, sorry, Delilah. Fonzarelli throwing that shade in the chat. He said, because somebody's eating on the mic. I don't know who it is.
I got my money on all day.
But it's
I'm not eating shit.
Okay, but it's
okay. I don't know what that is. Anyway, what I was gonna say. Okay, what's gonna say?
LiveWire.
Who's always smacking on something?
No nigga sucking on his dreads.
Oh, damn.
It ain't me. I'm on mute.
Somebody over there just smacking on something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody being ignorant on the GRG podcast. You will not come back.
It is not me. It's not me, so
people do not want to hear you eat, fart, burp on the show.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
So basically, I kind of alluded to it when I cut in previously. Yeah, I think he's just changing his role. Like he's gonna be on the board. He don't have to deal with the day to day. He's getting older. He's just making a decision. Like I think it's not making a big deal out of nothing, really.
Okay, all right, I feel you.
But people like to be all up in other people's business. I
know if I was his age and I had spent 20-some years, or however long he spent, I'll be like
27, I think. Yeah,
I'll be like, look, that's retirement. 20+ years in the company, that's retirement, man.
Man, my man can't leave. He's supposed to work until he dies.
Hey, man, I mean that's what those Japanese dudes do. They don't leave. They don't leave until they die.
70 years old, trying to, and motherfuckers gonna still want him to work at Xbox. Don't leave, Phil. I'm tired, nigga. Leave me, babe.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey, all right. So we got Saltiest. Where are you at on
tweeting me?
Yo, I'm dying in the chat from what's going on there.
Yeah, because people keep saying, I'm getting it too, and people are like, look, mute your mic. If you got shit in the mic, stop.
But for real, like Andrew House, I'm not going to preach to be an expert with PlayStation, but, you know, the dude put 27 years into the company, started off at the bottom, moved up to the top. He's been there, you know, he's been there up at the top, you know, when they're setting records, you know, with sales and stuff like that. So it's interesting to see it on the flip side. Like if this happened with Xbox, you know, there'd be news articles everywhere. I guarantee it. But, you know, if some, you know, yeah, because Phil Spencer essentially took the same path. He started, you know, lower in the company, moved up, and now he's doing his thing on the board. But I just think this is a case where this guy's been doing the same thing over and over for 27 years, and he just wants to go out on top. It's kind of like when a basketball player wins a championships and calls it quits, you know, where they feel like they can't do much more in their field. So I don't know, man. Some people are gonna probably think it's doom and gloom, but this is just another. They'll hand it off to someone else and they'll keep selling PlayStations, you know.
Well, it's already handed off, but yeah, no sense. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Triple Cup, what do you think about this? I mean, is there anything to add to this about Andrew House leaving?
Well, I just think about it like this: if it could be possible that he got pushed out too. Ain't nobody think about it in that perspective. Everybody keeps saying he just retired. He probably tired of doing it. Ain't nobody saying on the Xbox because they'll go crazy. But you know, It's possible. That's the only thing I was saying. But you know, what I'm saying in retrospect, I really don't
Still
care.
in the red. They still in the red, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Well,
But-
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is. It sounds. It could happen. It could be a fact. I mean, it's probable. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the things where you look at it as I was hearing that, you know, because Z was bringing up, was like, look, and this, you know what I'm saying? And some people might not like that, but you know what I'm saying? But you have to agree with, well, not agree, but you have to accept all takes from this, because when something happens with Microsoft, you hear all different sides from everybody. So I think the same should be addressed with PlayStation as well. And, you know, when Z was bringing up this point of saying, look, you know, the Japanese market, it's different. And, you know what I'm saying? They may be wanting to get rid of, you know what I'm saying, anybody that's not like them, and they want to just do it their way. They're already established in what they're doing. And maybe, and if they haven't kicked anybody out, they probably made it hard, because they're, you know, there's really not like position changes. The only thing that they really actually do is demote if you are doing the right thing.
Yeah, but that I'd tell Zaire to his face, that's complete nonsense. They wouldn't do that. Especially they would be alienating a whole country, several countries of people, because they have plenty of people employed in several different countries at Sony. That wouldn't be happening. That's ridiculous.
Okay. All right, that's cool. So, all right, who else did I miss? Was it 100? What do you think about this, man? What about Andrew House?
Who y'all talking about? Andrew House.
Yeah,
Andrew House.
Is there something about this? Okay.
Andrew House, man, 85% of people don't know who that man is.
Okay.
This is waste of breath. Andrew House.
All right.
The guy wasn't in that E3 this year. I heard he was talking bad to people at Gamescom. Y'all talking about Andrew House?
Hey, he play in New Vegas too, and rule New Vegas the Strip. No,
I don't know what that man done. I know he used to get up there and need to get a Banana Republic suit, looking like he get high with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? When they do E3, look, they was messing with cocaine and hookers all night. Nobody don't know about none of Sony's brass. They know about Phil. They don't know about Aaron, because what? They're social. They're social people. They're not social. Yoshida and rest of them are not social.
All right.
So you know, Andrew House is not like a public name. People know about the Nintendo guy that died. I don't know his name. I don't want to mess up his name. Rest in peace. They know about him. If Andrew House died today, nobody's crying. They're not crying.
It's done.
They're not going to sip a tea with him.
Okay.
Man, I got to sip some tea for him.
All right, cool. We moving to the next topic. Anybody else want to say anything about Andrew House? Hey, man, nobody want to give him a shout out? Say, look, man, thank you for
good luck in future endeavors.
Oh my God, damn! You said you a PlayStation dude. I used to think gonna give this.
Hey, he gonna be like Donnie.
I was hurt when Jack Trick left. I was hurt.
He gonna be like Donnie. He gonna be like Donnie D, unemployed again. Donnie D ran that. What Donnie D do? And I'm talking. I'm an Xbox guy.
Okay,
what Donnie do? He went to go run that. He went to go run that mobile company. I
know the 360 was dominant, right? I know the 360 was the beast of last generation. I don't want to hear that garbage. Well, they outsold them at the end. The 360 was the darling of last gen. Okay. But the fact of it is that Andrew House has did a lot of good work for the PlayStation for a very long time. And you know, as for me, you know what I'm saying, I wish him well. I hope he does I hope he does great. You know what I'm saying? I hope he just kind of like, you know, like hell with it. I'm done 52. I want to be retired when I'm 52. So look, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I got about 10, 11 years to go. So, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can get to the Andrew House status. But the fact of it is that, look, man, you know what I'm saying? I wish him a farewell, you know what I'm saying? Because he did a great job with PlayStation, and, you know, he did a better job than what Donnie D did.
Megan, you sound like a real simp.
You want to put the 40 for the homie? We'll do it for you after the stream.
Hey man, I'm pouring a little bit of this.
I'm drinking on this. I'm drinking on this vodka. I will get that man another dollar.
Dedicated to Andrew House. See you later.
I'm so
all right, I'm
out. Moving on, please.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All right, man. Artful Escape dev says seeing his game on the X1 dev kit at 4K 60, he can't go back to working on any other hardware. And
man.
And you know what? Check this out.
Talking big shit right now.
I saw this, and you can go to N4G and see this article. The person that his name, I had to like, is this dude's really name is Johnny Galvatron? Because you know what I'm saying, I'm a big Transformer dude, right? So like his name is Johnny Galvatron. He is the dev for this game called Artful Escape. And it was a weird game that they showed at E3 where this guy had a guitar and he was jumping around and it was really pretty and vibrant. And he said, you know, look, after he's seen what he's seen on the One X, he can't go back. He just can't go back. And so this game is exclusive. It's not going to the PlayStation.
You see, it's exclusive.
It's exclusive to the Xbox.
Man, come on.
It's going on PC. And so PlayStation fans were ripping this dude.
Isn't that a 2D game?
In the comments.
It's an indie. It's a little 2D 4K.
That's the guy with the guitar.
The guitar. I played it at E3. It's nothing to rhyme
I don't know if you've seen the article. What is your take on that? This is coming from a developer. That is pretty strong language.
Yeah, now it's 4K 60 or just 4K?
Can I go first on this, please?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Delilah. Go ahead.
Hashtag fake news, because like it's
hashtag what? Hashtag what?
That shit ain't. That game is not that. That game is bullshit.
I played the E3 is trash. The game ain't. I can't say the game is trash because it's not finished.
It's trash.
But it's nothing to write home about. Like it's not something that Xbox fanboys should be throwing in PlayStation fanboys' face.
I'm not
like
throwing
that.
I'm going by what he's saying.
Let me finish.
It ain't no AAA game.
Exactly.
It's a double A game.
It's not even a single A game. It's an indie.
Nobody cares if it's not a AAA game. That's where the money at.
That's just gonna be $10.
So Delilah, his comments is
It's exactly. It's definitely a no. Like I don't know why he trolling with that comment. Matter of fact, I think because his game obviously it can reach 4K 60. It's nothing. It's not doing anything. You just stop in the middle of the game when you play music chords and you just keep walking forward. Like it's. Man, this is
it kind of reminds me of the Xbox version of Bound. I don't know if you ever played that. But
I never played Bound. No,
Bound is pretty dope.
To me, it's like a music centric game, obviously, but it's like
he's a musician. He actually
matter of fact,
the Galvatrons.
Live. Remember you was playing that game and that was music centric. I forgot what you got. Remember you bought it. You was like, "Bone, get it."
Arrow or Eero?
It's something like that. It's something like that.
That's better to me than this game. Like this game is beautiful. Like it's got these cool little effects and everything, and it's very nice. Like the art
sprinkles some 4K on it.
It's very glittery. Yeah, right.
No. This game he said is actual. This article came out. Yesterday came out today. About 7 hours ago, and he was dead serious about his.
Well, look, he can say that all he wants to, but we don't know what Microsoft invested in his game.
Well,
that's the thing. Like he could be biased.
He said he can't go back. He said he can't go back
because of the fact that it was shown at E3 on Xbox stage. It was in their booth. No, Microsoft invested in it.
The game is a revenge of the nerds playing a guitar. That's what it is.
Hey, I seen the game at E3, bro. I walked past that shit.
Hey, this game looks like it could have been put on the Switch.
It's garbage.
It need to go on the Switch.
It's not that.
I'm multi-platinum.
This man is defending the Xbox.
It's not done yet. I don't want to crap on it too bad because it's not finished. But it's not.
He's trying to save his girlfriend.
It's finished. It's finished.
He's trying to save his girlfriend and everything.
You know why?
They got good graphics. What it's doing. I give him an A+ for effort. But for him to come out and say it.
Yeah, he had to. I think he
say that. No, man.
His own. It reminds me of what's the Cliff Blazinski when he was talking about his game and trying to be, pro one consumer market.
What it is?
Yeah, pro console.
I'll tell you what happened. See, Microsoft was the only one that gave him any kind of money.
Exactly.
And nobody else is giving him shit, and they don't want that.
So,
shit.
That's what he's doing.
So he's just, brown
That shit
a little
sell
bit.
more.
Brown
That
nose a
shit
little
gonna
bit.
sell more on
If there was
Steam.
one game-
And then sell more on Xbox.
Hey,
Somebody
if there
can
was
see
one
that shit
game
like,
shown
man.
at E3,
Okay, all right.
Listen to this. If there was one game shown at E3, okay, that people were just dismissing, that was the one game.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, many.
I heard lots of shows that were raving on that game.
Rash.
dude.
Okay, go ahead, Salty. Salty
So,
looks like he
hey,
knows
first
what's going on.
First
Go
of
ahead,
all,
Salty. Go ahead,
once
bro.
you go to a fancy steakhouse and you get $100 porterhouse, it's hard to go back to that $2 steak at the store. You feel me? So basically, this guy's an artist. So if he saw it with the power of the X, he is obviously sipping that Kool-Aid. But I have heard lots of good things about this game.
But have you seen it? Have you seen
It's
what it
not
looks like?
trash.
No,
I have. It's beautiful.
we
It's
played this
artistic,
game.
right?
But we played
It's
this game.
subjective. It's subjective, right? But you can't say it's trash, bro. I've heard lots of
I'm not
people.
saying it's trash, but it
I
ain't.
can't say it's trash,
That
but
game,
You're
that
right.
I
game,
definitely played the game.
you don't come out. Okay, I'll put it this way. I start a business, and then I all of a sudden I start a clothing business, and then I all of a sudden go after Gucci, go after all these famous things. I go after them tough. And
So
I don't have.
So what is he supposed to say, right? He's obviously getting paid.
Promote his game.
Hey,
You don't have to say I'm not
Getting
going
his
nowhere.
game on Xbox, so he's saying he's
Xbox
trying
doing
to
in the world.
promote. He's trying to promote the Xbox X as the most powerful.
But Salt-
it's
But
not-
Microsoft didn't ask him to do that.
no, he's trying to
I'm looking.
promote his game on the X.
I'm
He
looking
doesn't,
at it-
you know.
I'm looking at it from the gamer perspective, and your analogy. If I go to a steakhouse and I want a big $40 steak or something, and they serve me a pork chop, that's some bullshit, bro.
Right.
I'm talking about the steak in regards to the power of the system. He is an artist. He wants his game, his medium on the best power.
But
if it's on the best system, he wants it to be displayed on the best
It
system.
can run on a cell phone. It can run on a Galaxy.
Yeah, if you're
It
telling
doesn't-
me that's what the X is going to give me, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
No,
Okay,
that's,
well, okay,
that's
but-
not
That
what
game
I'm
can run on a
saying.
Galaxy.
Okay, gentlemen,
It can run on an Android phone.
100.
Apple phone.
Chill. Let me make a point. Okay, I understand what Salty is saying, and that was one of the things I was trying to allude to was the fact that, this is another dev giving a lot of support, and regardless if you think that it's say kissing some ass support or if it's whatever, but it's another dev coming out and giving the One X major props, and that is something that I think that we all, because I think pretty much almost all of us on this panel is going to get that One X, and we can be pleased about, regardless of what you think about this particular game. But they're talking very positive about the One X, and you remember they weren't doing that about the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, yeah, he could be kissing some ass because he wants maybe Microsoft to give him a little bit more money or whatever the case may be. I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? The game, when I seen it, it looked beautiful. I was like, oh, that game looks cool. But I have to agree with most of the panel and say, it's not like a first day buy for me. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead. I just wanted to make that point.
No, I just like to see it from the flip side. Like, I'm not purposely coming out and say this is my opinion. I love the game. Hell, I probably won't even buy it, but I don't like it when a panel just kind of circle jerks. We all agree with each other. We're like, yeah, this game is trash, and then we kind of go down the line. That's not really that good, right? We need to see it on both sides.
I agree.
The thing is, it's like, I don't think that, what is he supposed to do? Be like, I can't wait to get this game on the PlayStation? He's not going to say that. Like, if it's on the Xbox, it is what it is. It's free advertisement, right?
But again,
I
Salty,
agree
I
with
will.
you. Everybody
Go
can
ahead.
just say that, can't come out and say the game's trash. I was just pointing to saying my opinion of the game because I got a chance to play it at E3, and so that was just my opinion.
That's true.
I feel like the game is not out yet, so you can't really just call it trash because at E3 you're playing unfinished games anyway. So I understand that, but it just
if you look at it from an art side, like, that's what you got to look at it. Like, he's an artist. He's he plays in a band. He's looking at it from an art side. I think that's what you got to look at this game, not necessarily like how powerful it is and how much resources it takes to run it.
He's saying that up until it release, and then he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I need more money. Let's drop it out on us."
And then
he's trying to get paid, right?
Right.
But
He's doing muscle,
I know
right?
the artist thing, but gamers don't give a damn about no damn art. We don't know. At the end of the day, we really don't.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
I don't care about no art.
When you play
Ori and the
Destiny
Blind
and it
Forest is
blows
one
your
of the most
face off,
beautiful games that we've ever seen.
Man, it can be beautiful, but man, at the end of the day,
Hey,
I
come
don't.
on,
sit
everybody
there-
talking about graphics.
I
Trolling.
do not know who made that game. I don't know who did the art style or none of that. I just play the game.
Yeah, but you look at a game like Cuphead, and I see the art in it. And it's
Right.
That's right.
No, now Cuphead is different because you can see they sketch artists. That was
Bo,
sketch.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, can I try to say something, please? I'm trying to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm not, ain't nobody, okay, everybody's entitled to their game opinion, but I know half of these people on this panel was at E3 and did see all the games. And I was right next to Bone when this game, when the game was just playing in front of me. I played a little bit of the game. It is not all that to me. If I think if the game is trash, to me, I shouldn't feel like it should be entitled as a jerking session because I was actually there already. I picked up the game with my hands and played the game, and I only played 5 minutes of it. It's not my cup of tea. For him to say, "Oh, okay," with his project and with those graphics, it could be a wonderful looking game, but it's not like it's a AAA game that's Microsoft's gonna put a whole bunch of money to it.
So here's the deal, right? We're talking about this guy, and that's the point, right? He gave this zinger of a quote out, and we're talking about it for how long on a panel? We never would have gave this game or this guy the time of day if he didn't say the shit he did. So he did his job.
We're
right?
done. We're done. All right, next topic.
Okay, so we're done. But let me address Verge Brizzle. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look, if there's one person that on this panel that I trust the most with her words is Delilah HD. You know what I'm saying? And Infamous goes with that as well. You know what I'm saying? If Delilah was there at E3, Delilah don't be lying about shit. She ain't about that fanboy shit. So, Verge, if you saying I didn't see Delilah at E3, that's because
you a damn liar because you were right by me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what?
You were right by me.
The fact of it is, look, you getting a big L for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Delilah, how many E3s have you been at?
That was my sixth one.
Six. You better start catching up, bro, while you over there talking. So let's keep it moving. All right, let's go to the next topic. You know what I'm saying? Triple Cup, I know you really didn't give a damn about that topic, so I'll just skip you. I don't care.
Yeah, we good.
All right. So let's go on to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, 4K content will be preloaded through the Xbox One and will be stored and given to the One X owners at launch. All due to this new feature that is the network transfer. Now, I want to ask this is free because we almost about time to get on out of here. So, anybody want to jump in? You can jump in. But I want to ask the panel. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It's a cool feature. Next topic.
Yeah. It's cool. No. It needs more validation than that. This is state of the art, bro. That ain't how that works. That ain't how that works. Now, come on now. This is a cool. This is great.
When they supposed to implement it though? You heard me?
Well, okay, it's already implemented for the people that's already with the alpha. I just got it probably about an hour ago because I had an update. I get updates like every damn day now. Like it's crazy.
This party's still not improved. All right.
Yeah, well, because they keep doing all these updates. That's why the party is jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And that was going to be one of the topics that I wanted to talk about tonight. Was that the Xbox Live Party is just so jacked up, but it's because of all these. I get one damn near every day. And of course, right now I'm looking at it and it says, watch this video, and I haven't pressed it yet because it's got more stuff that's coming in. But man, this is state-of-the-art stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your 4K. If you're gonna buy the X1, this is gonna be 4K content that's gonna be transferred automatically before the X1 comes. So what's up, guys? What do you think?
Look, I'd rather talk about the Xbox party chats. They've been horrible all gen, from what I'm hearing from most people.
Jen, who told you that lie?
Positive.
I've been on for 6 months now, and they've been screwed up for 6 months, on and off. And you're using excuses like, well, they're implementing new features and stuff, and that's what's causing it. Well, when are they going to get their own identity on this console and get a UI that's stable enough to even support what they're trying to do with these this chat?
Okay, well, you know what? I will. Okay, well, there will be one part of it. I will agree with you with is say, stop with the upgrades. No more upgrades after this one. Stop. But then the other part, I will disagree with you with is that, look, they had to look. If you didn't have the Xbox when it first came out with the Windows 8, and it was lonely. It was real lonely. It was bad.
I had it. I had.
Okay. All right. It was bad. It was bad. And so they had to make a lot of changes. So yeah, the party chat, like the party chat when you had like 10 people in, it was great. When they kept on adding more and more, I think it's up to 16 people now that you can have into
when
the
they
chat.
added the patch to add the 16 people, that's when it all fucked up.
That's when it all started fucking up.
Yeah.
And then they started changing everything else, and they started adding things, cutting things, doing this. It started affecting everything for the last months. So I'll agree with you on the part of like, yes, it's been fucked up, but then I will disagree with you on the fact of saying that the party chat has just been completely just garbage. No, for the last 2 weeks, yes, it's been garbage. But beforehand, no, it hasn't until because of the change.
No. So I got to point out something. Cypherman said he fixed his network and he has no issues in party chat. Get the fuck out.
I don't know.
It's growing.
How many times y'all saw me go in and go change my net and y'all can't hear me?
I think one of the biggest issues with party chats is like people that got the alpha in the alpha program. A lot of that shit.
Yeah, everybody got. A lot of people got different bills. I got the alpha program, and you know what? For how it works for me is that I just say fuck it, and I just do the party chat off of my PC, and it works fine.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kmega.
Go ahead.
At least it ain't no update breaking your system. Then they charge you $100.
Well, we're gonna talk about that on the way getting out of there. We'll talk about that. But no,
I don't know about that life.
But you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. But Fonzarelli is not lying. The party chat has been bad here for the last 2 weeks. It has been shit. It's been the worst thing I've ever seen Xbox Live. But it's because they're doing all these changes, and I hope that they finish this shit and they don't change anything else. Just do minor changes. So we won't be affected like this because it has been horrid. Go ahead. Anybody else want to say anything?
Yeah, that shit been dog shit. I'm Mr. Xbox. I bleed green all day. But man, how many times we jumping into parties and we gotta lock down the party? Like, man, can't go more than 6 deep. It's gonna fuck up.
Yeah. I think the most that we've done is 9. And then when that 10th person come in here, what's up, y'all? Everybody's messed up and we're done. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, Xbox, we got to get this right. You know what I'm saying? We are paying for gold, you know what I'm saying? And we can't be talking shit about PSN if the party chat is all fucked up like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, it is a bad situation. So, okay, let's move on down. Look, shout out to the 4K content coming because it's coming. That shows that all that talk about we don't know if it's going to be 4K or if it's going to be checkerboard. This shit is coming, Jack. This system is the real deal. I think that people that are going to get the Xbox One X is going to be very, very, very pleased about this system. I understand because I was one of those people that was like, man, you should have it like 400, 450 so these things can fly off the shelves. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those proponents. I was one of those people that was like, man, standing strong behind it. But now after seeing all the things that they're doing, because I have to admit, I didn't think that all the things that they were doing and that they're implementing was going to be, true. I didn't think of it. I didn't think it was. This thing is the real deal, man, and all gamers should be excited about it. But we're going to move on to the next topic, and that is GT Sport. They have their car list.
Oh, shit.
GT Sport, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation fans, you know what I'm saying? Gran Turismo, stand up. Hey.
It's Turismo. You killed that with name.
You know what I do? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I never said I was a... You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me be country.
You're not a scholar?
I'm not a scholar. Okay, well, how you say it? Give it to me right.
No, I don't know.
Turismo, not Turismo.
How is it? Gran what?
Gran Turismo.
Turismo.
There you go.
Turismo. Okay, Gran Turismo. What do I say?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Whatever. I don't care. GT Sport, damn it. Okay, y'all, you know
just
what?
Stop.
Y'all treat the host so bad. I don't understand. Anyway, they gave a list of the cars that's going to be out at launch, and I counted 158 to 160 cars at launch. And DLC will be Now the question is to the panel, since this is quick round, anybody can jump in. Will this DLC be free, or will this DLC that will charge you?
You talking about Sony? They finna charge you for every goddamn thing. Why do you even ask that question? You already know the answer, man.
And they gonna charge you for gas on there.
But it's only.
But no, GC's Sport. If Sony was smart, they would let that. You trying to compete with Forza and Project Cars? You should let that bad boy be $40. But what the content that you give you will win.
100. Let's just say round it off and say 161 cars at launch. Forza at launch 700. Project Cars at launch 500 or more. I think it was 4 to 500 at launch. Fellas, come on! I don't hear my PlayStation people coming out, man. What do y'all got to say?
Who cares about
look, damn it! No, damn it! No, okay, this is where I got to cut you off. Infamous, and I got to put you in check. GT is the biggest selling PlayStation game of all time.
And
that's why you should give a fuck about this. This is the #1 selling game for PlayStation of all time. It is their Halo. And
let them have it then.
And your competition is already doing 700 cars off the bat. You're doing 160 cars with DLC. Don't know if it's free. Do not know if it's free or not. But only 160 cars. And you know what I'm saying? And look, this is what I know that there's fans out there that's upset. Check this out. There's no Skyline in this. This is the cars that's not available right now. There's no Skyline. There's no Supra. There's no Mazda RX-7. There's no Ferrari 4FO, F40. No Lamborghini. And how the fuck you say this shit? Antivitar. I don't know how to say that shit. No R2. No Silvers. No 158 to I'm just saying, look, there's plenty other cars that these people was listing. I should have got all the lists because there were PlayStation fans that was in the comment section that was hot. They were like, where the fuck you got Toyota cars? They were mad because this person said there's Toyota cars and there's not enough Nissans? Are you kidding me? And so, look, I know that GT is the granddaddy of them all. I have been the hugest GT supporter that there is. I bought every last one of them. I love those games. I love them. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me love Forza 7 so much because it brought that feel of Gran Turismo or Grand GT. Just say GT. I don't know if I said it right or not. GT3. Those were the best. So anybody, come on now, talk to me. Do y'all care? Y'all should care.
No, you care. You care. And you're entitled to that, Mega, but not everybody's down with GT.
Really, where are you at, man? This is the granddaddy of them all, man.
Granddaddy died already.
Oh shit.
Dang.
Right, it's the grandchild's turn 9. That's Forza.
Man, Forza King. It's hard to even compete at this point.
They died already, man. Let them die, man. You trying to resurrect it.
Yeah.
You trying to pour 40, you
put their ass to sleep. They don't give a fuck about that game.
Oh man.
But here's the bottom line, though. We're talking a lot of shit about the game because I've talked shit about the way it looks and stuff. But at the end of the day, if it plays well and people are buying it, that's all that really matters. If people buy the game and buy it in spades, what can you say?
I can say a lot because that means that people will settle for anything. They don't give a fuck about quality.
Wait a minute. If I have $3 to spend money between GT and Forza 7, I'm picking Forza 7. Because that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to that.
But think about this. I got a perfect example. I got 2 games that's multi-plat. All right, we got 2K18. They got a hell of a whole lot of content for $60, and then you got NBA Live 18 that has less content. What you gonna spend your money on?
It's cheaper. NBA Live is $35.
No, it's not at 60. No, it's not at $60. That was only
they went back up.
They went back up. Yeah, so it's $60.
It was 35. It was 35.
It was only for that week.
Yeah, that's for the pre.
It was longer for the week because it was only 35 forever.
It was on PlayStation and on Xbox. It was $35.99. But what you want to spend your money on? What you going to get content? And I ain't gonna say, and I'm not saying that 2K content is all. I mean, to me is some shit is out of whack. Sometimes you can't play online and shit. I'm not saying it's perfect, but you rather spend your money on the content. So what you say? You said you got over 700 cars, right? Yeah. You have dynamic weather. You have all this other stuff. But then GT, you know what I'm saying? I know it's the granddaddy and everything, but granddaddy got old and granddaddy got lazy. And granddaddy been in development more than longer than just as long as way longer than what you know what I'm saying Forza is. You got, and then Project Cars jumped into it. Project Cars changed the game. So if you can't
Project Cars is better than GT, and that should not be acceptable. That is, you know what I'm saying? Those are the makers of fucking Ridge Racer, even though Ridge Racer, I love Ridge Racer. But they're doing better than what GT is doing. That's not acceptable. If as a GT fan, I want to buy that game, I'm looking, they saying it's $79 to buy the deluxe edition, and I'm like, I'm copping it. And then I see the list of the fucking cars. What are you talking about? Only 160? That's disgusting. I know you're going to have DLC, and I hope it's free. See, these PlayStation fans, they keep saying that it's going to be free, but we don't know if it's going to be free or not. Okay, they didn't say.
Let's keep it 100. What Sony throw DLC for free? This is their game.
I know.
Not a third-party game. So what Sony ever did? Look what was that? What was the other game? Drive Club. Oh, come on. Remember they promised the free version. You got PSN.
I don't know.
Plus, how long that shit took? Come on. Ain't nothing free. Ain't nothing for free.
All right, we're gonna move on. We got two quick topics, and then we finna get the hell out of here, man. I thought that you guys were more in the racing games like I was, because I you know what I'm saying, I really love GT, and this is a fall from grace. This is disgusting to me. I mean, it really is. I really want to support this game, but hearing the amount of cars, like, you could give us 300 cars and then say you'll give us an additional 100 later on, maybe 150. Okay, but just 161 cars? No, bro, that's not good at all. But anyway, I'm asking the panel, what will be the top selling game in 2017? Anybody?
Say it one more time. You said will be the top selling game in 2017.
What will be the top selling game in 2017?
Grand Theft Auto.
It's already sold, yeah. You got to rephrase that question. The top selling game.
Okay, Grand Theft Auto is not going to outsell Destiny 2. It's not going to.
It's already done it already.
I'm talking about for the year.
It done it already.
2017.
It done it already.
2017.
Yes.
Yeah, it done it already. That's the top selling game. It's already done it. Ain't nobody catching up to that shit.
Just for 2017 too.
So no Destiny, no Destiny, none of that.
You should say
it's hard to.
You should say holiday time. What's going to be the top selling game? Holiday. You can't do that.
Okay. I said for the year
2017.
It's over.
Okay. GT5 got a lot. GT5 got a lot. Okay. All right.
I mean, still, some games aren't even out yet, so I mean, you can't just say
ain't nobody catching up. No Grand Theft Auto.
Man, I think that personally, I think Battlefront's going to be the top selling game.
Outside of Grand Theft Auto 5, let's say that.
Huh?
Okay. It would have been Red Dead if they didn't push the game back.
Oh yeah, it would have been Red Dead hands down. But
I don't know. I think Anthem going to outsell Red Dead.
Do you really think so? I
really think so, because I hear more people anxious about Anthem because it's something fresh and new. And Grand Theft Auto, and Red Dead is Red Dead, so people gonna get it, but people more excited about the new. And that's the best way to put it. Forza over GT.
Okay.
Everybody wants the new.
Saltiest, what do you think will be the best selling game in 2017?
Yo, I don't know, man. I looked at it. You got Destiny 2. You know, they have like 1 million concurrent players or some stuff like that. We got Battlefront 2 coming out. COD's always up there with, you know, the best sellers and stuff like that. But I don't know, with the amount of Star Wars fans out there, I think Battlefront 2 might be, you know, the best seller.
I'm thinking Battlefront. I think Battlefront is going to take it. I really do. I think Battlefront will overtake COD even. I know COD's going to be strong. What are you saying, Fonzarelli?
Destiny 2 is going to be the big seller this holiday.
Huge seller.
I think it's going to be the biggest for this year alone. Because I think Battlefront, I think it's burned a lot of people with the first one, to be honest. I just don't think they've done enough to change the game to really sell more this time around. I think after people play the beta, they're going to understand it's pretty much the same as the last game. In terms of the way it feels and everything. They didn't really put in the aim down sights or anything. So, yeah, it's the same thing. It's just a prettier skin.
Fonz, you really don't like on Star Wars?
But Fonz, on real. I got to take it from some other people. But it's Star Wars, and people just because it's got Star Wars on it, they gonna buy it because there's a lot of fanatics. I know a bunch of people that bought the PlayStation Star Wars thing, and the damn thing is it's a collector's item.
Yeah,
and I'm like, a collector's item? Are you serious?
I know a lot.
Like, man, I ain't opening that thing up.
Yeah,
I bought 2 of them.
I know a lot of Star Wars fans who bought into the hype at the first game and then really fell off of it quick, and they're not playing it, and they're not planning on buying it now. So,
yeah, but they just need to get those sales. You know, even if people drop off, they'll still get the the sales numbers.
It's still going to sell big. Don't get me wrong. I just think that Destiny 2 is just a bigger game in terms of longevity.
But I look at it like this: Fonz, the 7 people that you know, I don't kind of worry about it.
Oh shit! God! Oh no! I don't even know what to say about that.
It's all relative because I'm in the age demographic of Star Wars. Star Wars. My people, Delilah, were the fans that went and saw the movies when they were in the theaters and that still play games, started gaming, and still play games today. So, yes, it does reflect on these people.
I don't know. I disagree. But
oh my God. You know what? You know what?
Agree to disagree.
I cannot. You know what? I don't even know what happened here in the Twilight Zone because you know what? It's usually Google Gaga when Fonz and Delilah are talking. That was wild. But you know what?
I just feel like Fonz been throwing shade on that game the whole night. So
yeah, he really don't like Star Wars.
He really don't like Star Wars. It, you know? And we know he loved Destiny, but you know, I know Destiny is definitely going to be a player for this year. It's definitely going to be a player. It's going to be huge.
Mega, here's the difference between me and Delilah. I've played Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. And I can tell you how
that's true. I can't. Okay, he got me because I haven't played it. I can't say anything. He got me on that.
Fonzarelli with that.
Take that. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I gotta say thunder up on that one.
I say that with all the love in the world, Delilah.
You know I got you, baby.
It's all good. Anyway, all right. Last topic. Okay. The situation with the PlayStation. The person that had, we talked about it earlier, the person that had the 5.0 firmware update and their PlayStation crashed. And PlayStation and what Sony told them was, you give us $99, we'll fix it. What do you guys think about that?
I'll put this way. I read a report on it. I read, you know, I was gonna make a video about it, but you know, I got busy because I got to get, you know, that guy wasn't gonna cuss me out to laugh like I did me last week. He ain't gonna put me in no mud. But I heard it was an error code, and it was about the Blu-ray player, and it was off a hardware error. And the thing about it was you needed the 5.0 to even play online. It's just like Xbox do it. When we get on Xbox, we can say we cancel the update if we don't want it, but we can't play online. So I heard it was a hardware function. To me, is Sony should be sitting there and say, "Just send it to us and we'll fix it."
Yeah.
It should be that easy. No one should come out their pockets for nothing because it's not that. It was not your fault. Wasn't nobody on this panel fault. None of the above. It happened. You know what I'm saying? On some freak accident. It's just like the red ring of death. Bring it to me. I'll fix it.
Right.
And it should be that easy. It's not rocket science. You don't need a degree from Harvard to understand that. You know, thing about it is they try to push so many consoles off. Sometimes is, yeah, you do get factory defaults. You know what I'm saying? You got it on the assembly line. So, you know, they try to charge every, you know, thing on the motherboard, transistor, and all that other stuff. Sometimes is, we don't know. It might overheat. It makes the Blu-ray go off. Sony should come out, you know what I'm saying? And I heard about a Reddit. Sony should come out and say, hey, you know what? Anybody else's fix, you know what? You already got 65 million sold already. You didn't make more money, you know what I'm saying, than God off of this. So once you take care of your consumer, Sony, and sit there and say, you know what? If it happens to you, you know, let us bring us in. And you know what I'm saying? And we'll replace your console. There's nothing wrong with that. That's rural. That's rural, you know what I'm saying, customer service. That's what I would do if I was, you know what I'm saying, Andrew House, head of, you know what I'm saying, of Sony.
Okay. Anybody else? What about you, Salty? What about you? I mean, Fonzarelli, anybody? Let me know, man. What do y'all
Fonz is the PlayStation dude. I want to hear from him. Fonz. Hello.
What's Salty? What you wrote in the chat, Salty, about Destiny 2 having error codes. That's true, man. It's having a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I've been hearing a lot about those error codes with Destiny, and that's crazy. Like they're pushing the PlayStation 4 Pro as that system to sell Destiny, and they're having crashes and error codes. So, you know, that's a problem. So as far as this goes, it's unfortunate because, you know, paying $100 to fix this problem, I don't know. It's not something that I would want to do personally, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, why would you have to come off $100 for something that wasn't your mistake? I don't get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Live, you got anything to say about this?
I don't like Destiny.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Triple Cup, what you got to say about this? I know you've been kind of like the odd man out tonight. My bad, bro.
Oh no, we good. We having good conversation. I just don't I mean, I don't think that's a good look on Sony's behalf, but at the same token, you got to look at the they try to get less play and all these other different patents for different things that was not gamer friendly, and they ain't getting no backlash. So why not for charge $100, knowing they're not gonna get no backlash and no real heat behind this here? If they can get away with it, of course. But if you know what I'm saying, people put their foot down, like, man, look, your update broke my system, so you need to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, like how 100 say, it ain't rocket science, you know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, buts about it. You know, like the simplest things, people make it difficult so they can't get a true answer. But the answer is people need to stand up, like when companies, not just Sony, but just companies like all of Microsoft, Sony, Apple, Google, we just go through the Amazon, go through all the names. But if they do stuff like that, all gamers need to stand up. I mean, you see a PlayStation gamer, but Xbox and PlayStation need to stand with this person for them to do the right thing by them. Because at the end of the day, we all gamers, even though we had an Xbox, PlayStation, you know, quote unquote console war, it's for fun and games. But when it come down to something serious like money, when it come to money, yeah, we, you know what I'm saying, we need to stand together behind stuff like that. Because, you know, that's when it become from a gaming topic that's a hee-hee-ha-ha to a real situation. So we all need to stand behind the person, you know what I'm saying, PlayStation and Xbox and PC players need to say, look, that's wrong. Y'all need to fix the problem and make things right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I totally agree. LiveWire, you want to address something before we go get ready to get out of here?
Nah, man. Shit is crazy, bro.
Okay.
I want to address something. Go Dodgers, we up 4-0.
Nah, I want to hear that shit.
No, we don't want to hear that.
I thought everybody was talking about them Saints.
No, man. Anyway, Ram Nation, stand up. Listen, check this out, though. I did promise that I was going to say something about Persona, and it's going to be very quick.
Oh shit! I ain't seen nothing. It wasn't me.
I know it's Kmega. Understand?
I ain't seen nothing.
This was something I really wanted to talk about, but I know that we ain't got enough time. We're going to have to get out of here. But this was last week. Atlas attempts to end the PlayStation 3 emulator over giving Persona 5 update due to the gamers having access to Persona 5. Atlas said, we don't have an issue with the emulator itself, but we don't want you to get our game for free. All I'm going to say on this is that, look,
I can't hate on them for that.
No, I'm not hating on them for that. And this only confirms that Atlas will, well, because Sega owns Atlas, that this game, that and Yakuza is going to go to the PC. They're going to be on the PC. So the quicker that you get Persona 5 and Yakuza to the PC, the quicker you don't have to worry about, I guess, so much for people trying to make these emulators for the PlayStation 3, because the emulators is not going to stop. They're going to be there. They're going to, people, the PC fans is going to get it, and they're going to get the games that they want. That's available, and Persona 5 is going to be one of the most sought games out there. So you should have been stopped the slow playing, and you should have had that shit already out. I understand that, maybe Sony was talking to you, was saying wait a little bit, but there's no time for waiting. When games go to the PC Nation does what they want, and emulators is one of them things where they do, it's a part of PC gaming. So I feel bad for Atlas, but then again, I don't, because Atlas was being dicks to the gaming community about showing their game, and that's something that I'm serious. Atlas was, I mean, this game is probably like maybe 150 to maybe 200 hours of gameplay, and people were playing was showing like maybe 25 to 50, 60 hours of gameplay, and you shut their channels down, you flagged them, you even maybe shut people, you gave a flag content because they were showing a part of the game.
Well, let me ask you something with that.
And that's garbage.
Yeah,
Why? Go ahead.
Why would they go after people that are showing gameplay like that? How many games have we seen people show like
Agreed.
Call of Duty? They show Call of Duty all the time, but does it sell well? Hell yeah, it sells well. Every game, all these Twitch games that they're playing all the time, these Twitch people, they're showing games all the time, and they still sell very well. Matter of fact, they sometimes sell more games because they're being shown off.
Right.
Why they would stop that free advertisement is stupid.
It is very stupid. I'm like, look, you got a game that is sold more than you got Persona 5 is sold more than any Persona ever, and it's a popularity. It's a people out there that want to know what this game is, what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of the turn-based system, and I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? I want to see more of this game, and of course, I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? You could make limitations of saying, look, I don't want certain boss fights to be seen because. Yeah, but figure it out. But if somebody got to the point to where it's at the end of the game, I get you. Don't show that.
No, man, I figured it out. They didn't want people showing the evil green dick monster going after
the penis demon. They didn't want to see that.
Dick monster. Penis demon.
The penis demon. But yeah, we get it. But regardless, it's unfortunate, and I hate that for Persona, but it is what it is. But anyway, I just wanted to. I promised that I was going to make that say that little story. We're about to get on out of here, man. I appreciate you, Salty Gaming. I had no idea that that we were going to be this deep, but you know what I'm saying. This was a great show, man. I love when we get the family in and involved with Fonzarelli and all day, and all the rest of the people come in here and be involved. But Salty Gaming, tell everybody where they can find you. And I will have your link in the description once this video is loaded up, man.
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube, Saltiest Gaming, 2 words. I do videos about news in the gaming industry, mostly Xbox, but I touch upon all kinds of subjects. Really, we're going to be adding game reviews and Let's Plays onto the channel, so stay tuned for that. You can find me on Twitter. Just hit 1,600 followers there, so I'm excited about that. It's Saltiest Gaming, but the I is a 1. And then you can find me on Xbox. It's Saltiest Gaming, 1 word. I like to, interact with the community and play on there. So yeah, thanks for having me on. I had a blast.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I hope you can come back again, man, and rock with us, man. It was really fun. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. All right, man. Fonzarelli. What's up, bro? Man, thank you for coming by. I know you have a busy schedule. Yep. Hey, man, give a shout out to RDX and to everything else that you do out there, bro.
Yeah, last week I was planning on coming on, but you guys didn't have a show. Because I was off these past 2 weeks. I've been laid off for the past couple.
Last week we had a show. The week before we didn't have a show.
Oh, okay. I thought it was last week. But anyway, I've been laid off, so I haven't been doing much, but doing some gaming here and there. But yeah, people can check out my YouTube channel. Haven't done anything there in a couple of weeks. Haven't been really motivated to do much because I'm just kind of bummed about the whole layoff, man. But yeah, everything according to me is my YouTube channel, and you can find me on Twitter at jfonzarelli.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm sorry about the what's called, but you know what? It you know what I'm saying? You'll be gaming like a motherfucker. I know that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can, hey, when shit get bad, man, you know what I'm saying? You can lean on game. Hey, you got a bad breakup, you can lean on the game. You know what I'm saying? You get laid off, you can lean on the gaming. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You hungry, you can lean on the gaming. You know what I'm saying? Anything happen, man. Look, I've been through every scenario, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm there. We support you. We love you. And you know what I'm saying? And we know you'll get back on your feet, Fonz. So, you know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about that, bro. I really am. But okay, go ahead and let's get to Triple Cup Chuck. What's up with you, bro, man? Where everybody can find you at?
Oh, shit. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on the Xbox, or you can find me on YouTube doing my thing, cutting up, talking a lot of noise, having fun, talking about gaming, you know what I'm saying, interacting with everybody. You know what I'm saying? On Mondays, you can find me on the Gamer Session podcast with my homie Kano from Louisiana. You know, we all Louisiana, Coast Saints. You know what I'm saying? Just get at me. Right. Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup, one word, then Chuck.
Not the Saints. We don't give a damn about the Saints.
You lost me with the Saints.
Who the
you lost Saints right now. Hey, man, we're going to
Falcons fan.
Hey, let me talk about this.
We'll see you December 7th, bro.
Thank you. And you doing Adrian Peterson bad. You know what I'm saying? You AAP out there just like, hey, OU stand up, OU Sooners. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? We doing that shit right there. You gonna treat our OU Sooner like that, a Hall of Famer. Gonna sit there and have his ass on a bench. You know what I'm saying? That coach, you know what I'm saying? Peyton need to be fired.
Yeah, man,
like second string for real, boy.
Yeah, man, for real. Anyway, so get your ass out of here. Go on somewhere with your purple and blue braids. Get your ass out of here. Don't play anyway. Much love for you, Triple Cup. Man, let's go. Delilah HD with her man standing over in his boxer shorts on his couch. Like, goddamn it, I'm ready to game.
Or something, whatever. Anyway, Delilah _HD on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Just chilling. Grown women.
You gotta stop being so fast. Say something. Say something else.
Grown women gaming. Next, I think it's on the 14th.
Okay.
This month. So we have episode. We planning for that. You know, GRG Fridays.
Gonna ask for any men to come on,
and maybe stay tuned. We got some things we're gonna be announcing real soon. So, yeah, I want to give away an Xbox One X, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? I could take one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting the rest of my money on mine. You know what I'm saying? And that can take
I kind of want to do it different. I want to kind of, I don't know, I haven't fleshed it all out. I don't want to make promises I can't keep. So let me just
yeah.
Let me just kind of keep that a little bit close to the vest until I'm ready to say, oh yeah, I'm giving away Xbox One X.
Well, if you do, hey, GRG is always available for you to give that giveaway. No, for real, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? And
oh no, if I do give one away, I'll probably make it to where we can announce it on GRG and also on Grown Gaming and multiple panels and stuff like that.
Yeah, no doubt. You know
but yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out.
That long money. I need the Delilah HD money for real.
No, it's not that long. It's not that long. It's just I have good support system. That's all that is.
Well, you know what? A good support system is better than none.
That is true. You know what I'm saying? Very true.
While my old lady is in bed, she said she over here, she was like, I miss you, baby. And now she's in bed, gone. So I'll be in here gaming, lonely. I'm just
anyway. That's too much information, boss.
Hey, before we finish the outro, can I make a quick announcement?
Go ahead.
Everybody's trying to get the Xbox One X. I know that y'all been hovering in the bathroom from going to Taco Bell like 2 times a day.
For real.
They'd have stopped that now. So you know what I'm saying? If you ain't get one from there, you got to do it the long way.
Oh, they also doing the every 20 seconds from the Mountain Dew drinks or whatever. Mountain Dew and and the Doritos, I think it is.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's
yeah,
the only thing. The Taco Bell thing is over. Yeah.
Yeah. Taco Bell over.
Okay, cool. All right. 100. What's up, man? Where everybody can find you. You know what I'm saying? Big man, you better start representing IMG. I mean, you didn't do too much of any representative IMG.
Intro Media Gaming.
Yeah, what you doing? I'm the one man game. Ain't nobody hitting me out. I pay all the damn bills. Man, damn. Goddamn bills. Damn, can I take a break sometimes? I need a break.
You got that. You on a big platform, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? This ain't like BGST or fucking Crossfire, but this is
I go off on that too.
This is big boy shit too. You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. You already know I rep the intro media, man. They already know me.
Intro.
I got man. They know they hear my voice. They already know who I am. I don't need to say nothing else.
What? Oh, dude, you
ain't need to say nothing else. They already know about the I always say that.
What? Give us some member names.
Man, I do giveaways and everything, man. I do all that, man. You had to follow me on Twitter. I don't know what I'm gonna give away.
Give out some member names. What you doing? Can you say some members?
Oh man, shout out to my man Pothead Gamer. You know what I'm saying? He's coming back in 2018.
God damn it!
Infrared beam. You know what I'm saying?
His ass is all right now. Shit, he's what man,
that's an OG.
The Gray Walk.
No, saying he coming back. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know what I'm saying, man. You got Kayla. You got man. You got Lady Infamous. You got grown man. Man, it's so many. It's man. You got.
You can start thinking some names, bro.
Man, you got. DirectX. I'm bringing back tomorrow. I'm bringing DirectX tomorrow afternoon. I gotta bring it.
When is DirectX, man?
Wait, what time do y'all show DirectX?
I do it by 6. But see, the thing about it was with DirectX, the thing about DirectX is I can do it and I can be quiet because you know it's the baseball playoffs.
Who's a part of DirectX?
We got okay. All right, DirectX. We got my man.
Stop giving me such a time, dude. Like,
damn. I've been drinking. I'm trying to watch the doctor game at the same time.
Man, you better start representing.
So we got, you know what I'm saying. So we got DirectX. We got Jay Long. We got Kaleidoscope. We got Heatbot. We got Heat. We got Heatbot. We have Kaleidoscope. We got Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider got come on.
Yeah, we got Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
We got Ghost Rider. We got my man E-Rock X.
E-Rock. He was our second guest. Let's go.
And we got Sega Forever.
Sega Forever, big fan of Sega Forever.
You got LiveWire. If he got time to get in, like I said, think about our podcast.
So 100. Tell people how they can join Intro Media. Like I never understood.
If you want to join Intro Media, go hit me, Mega. That's second in command. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do something wrong, he gonna get my ass. Like you know what you should be doing that. And so. That's the CEO. I'm just I try to do everything in the background. Shout out to my girl Delilah. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had her to help no more, but she's pregnant, 8 months pregnant. You know, God bless, she gonna have this second kid. But sometimes it be all on me. And I used to have my partner. So I used to have my partner in crime, but she can't do it no more. So anybody even want to help? Let me know you want to help. You know what I'm saying? I get a password. You know, we can do something real time. You can understand. I'm running this. I'm running my own business, and I'm trying to game at the same time. It's hard.
Well,
and I got the business, and I got the business in my ear. You got more time for Intro Media. You ain't got no time for me. But hey,
let me just say this, man. You know what I'm saying? Intro Media Gaming in the house. You know what I'm saying? I always try to bring up Intro Media Gaming everywhere that I go. It's you know what I'm saying? It's my first group that I joined before I joined BGST. You know what I'm saying, or the next podcast, and I got a lot of love for the crew, and you know what I'm saying, you didn't bring up Cyclonus.
Cyclone, yeah, but Cyclone's on a hiatus. I wanted to bring up people that's doing something right now. I ain't my man, but he say he wants to be on the low key right now, so I'm trying to let him be on the low key.
Doing work, you know what I'm saying, representing the Xbox, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got G. She is a mixer. She's a mixer god with Lady Infamous. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah,
Lady Infamous and Jeannie and Delilah. She get off her ass and do some mother.
Yeah, that's Twitch.
She's so talented.
Yeah, that's Twitch.
Delilah HD is so. Delilah HD is so talented, man.
Thank you, man.
I love that. She was the first person that I asked to come to GRG. I asked her, and then I asked the Don, but I knew the Don was so busy with so much work because I wanted to hear those two clash and work because they're so intelligent.
Require us to
and everybody, I got another intro. I can't. Dee put me up on the 100 thing. That was her idea. She got at me. I don't even know.
Okay, we done. We done. I'm done. The outro is long. We done with you. I'm
just telling. I got a new outro. I got a new intro. I had to change some music. My boy made me some music. I can't use it no more because they wanted some royalties, and I'm just a dollionaire. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's dead. It's gone. They wanted some money from me, so I couldn't. I got to change it up. So I'll redoing it. I already retaked it.
All right.
And everything.
Awesome.
So I
promise you, Saltiest, we will not have an outro this long. We'll go ahead and let you get to what you got to do, man. This is just some funny shit tonight. But anyway, man, thank you. This is Kmega 405, man. As usual, every Friday night, I advise people to go out there and have a good time. If it's not gaming, you go clubbing. You just go do the pants off, dance off, whatever the hell that you want to do, as long as you're having fun and living life. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when your time is going to be cut short, or you never know when you whatever. I don't know. Hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm sipping on my cup already. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Ram Nation, OU Sooners, OKC Thunder. We doing big things, baby. Everybody have a good night. God bless. Peace.